something more. Put my hand in your pocket, I wanna feel something I haven't before. Was I'm always this way? I wanted you to stay. You tried to pull me closer, but instead I pushed you away.
Welcome back to Run the Block. Everybody's in the right squares. Cool, didn't mess up. Welcome back. This is episode 20, entitled The Godless Net. Last session, the group finalized the job in Fresno with Kang Tao. Stole a really nice car to boot. Then decided to meet up with one Deepak Murdy. They forced him to run on site of Kincaid. Apparently he was getting information regarding people who may be tailing or looking for him from someone. After capturing him, they took him back to Kincaid's apartment, where Deepak ultimately died due to a attempted invasion of his neuroport, which caused a virus inside of him activate. And then when electrocution via the testicles was brought into the equation, it seemed to cause the virus to default and, instead of work as a defense mechanism, basically consumed the individual with the virus. I don't remember how much we did after that beat, but I want to make sure temporally we're all on the same page. I believe that happened on Friday, the 25th of February. Is that fair to say?
That might be right.
Checks non-existent notes. Sounds good to me.
And it matches up with my notes.
I had the 24th written down, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was the 24th. So.
I think you arrived back on the 24th. I don't think you jumped right into, grab him right away, or did you?
I don't think so. I think it was later.
Okay, because I remember, I remember Grip kind of going on a little bit of a joyride and then ending up at Mega Building H3. We didn't really discuss the parking situation, but you're cleared. It's totally fine, and you have secure parking because you are, affiliated with Hungry. So, yeah, I think it's the 25th, and you have a dead Ripperdoc in your apartment. The body was taken, I believe, to Leo Noon's apartment in Mega Building H3. And I believe you were going to attempt to deploy some more efforts to figure out what you can about the virus. Is that...
Yes.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
So you're able to ISO it and kind of connect it into a... basically a static net. So, instead of putting it into an actual net architecture, which can connect to other net architectures, the net architecture you've created is kind of like an empty space, fortress that you created on your own that you can kind of play inside of. And then you effectively download all of Deepak's neuro into it. In the process, though, I need you to roll an interface roll. Okay. So because of the conditions of the virus and the individual, all data is dumped from Deepak Murdy into your fortress, which means that it is not copied, it is moved, hard moved. So there is no remaining copy inside the neuro. he is completely devoid of data. Basically, you bricked the neuroport. There is nothing in there. No OS, nothing. The body is dead. The computer in him is dead. But you have all of the information, bit for bit, on this kind of static fortress that you created. Now, the next beat is you want to operate with that and get information from that. So, what I want to know from you before we go into that bit, what information are you trying to glean?
Oh, I actually don't remember why we went to go grab him. What he had for us. What did he want? There's Zach W.
He would have had information on either is it
Einhand.
Einhand, the black AVs that were landing outside of his facility, and any connection to Hanzai
Itomi.
Itomi. I want to say Itoi.
AKA G, AKA God.
And following up, I guess, information, anything that would link him to the case. So any information that would link him to Ella, the scavs. Einhand is the big one that we're after.
Okay.
Einhand and Itomi.
Any other questions that other players might have that they want to have Leo ask of the material he has? Okay. If not, then so you have two options here, Leo. You can operationally function inside of like the metadata that you're kind of persists here, and try and deep delve and see if there's like strings that are kind of connected here that you can kind of play with that might link to hollow calls, emails, other forms of connection that would have been made through Deepak's neuroport. The other option you have is a library search, which is basically like safe search mode, and you're trying to kind of stay away from the virus and just kind of view the information as it's present in the neuroport without kind of delving into the underlying material. Both have an opportunity of kind of getting you information here. The riskier of the two is obviously the deeper dive.
Yeah, I'll do the library search.
Okay. So on initial browsing, go ahead and make a library search roll. Very good, an 18. So the DV was 17, and you beat it by 1. So what you're able to kind of exact from this is it does appear that Adrian Ella was a specific hit. It looks like someone contacted Deepak Murdy and kind of asked for an individual who would be able to kind of fall off the grid and who works for a mega corporation, and listed a couple of different names of mega corporations: Mori Technologies, Raven Microcybernetics, some other kind of firms that are present inside of the Corpo Plaza area, and effectively looking for someone who is coming to the Ripper Dock who could basically be tagged as a body for the person who requested this, Alpha. You have Alpha's phone number, and you have a ping as to where Alpha is located. It is not Dustin. Nor do you think the contact information matches with the Alpha that you already had killed. Right? So the information here is new and fresh. This Alpha appears to reside inside of Watson in China, or Little Chinatown, which is kind of a roundabouts near Mega Building 10. I'll snap ping you to it, hold on. And kind of like to the west of it as well. Those big white structures and like that kind of area underneath it and around it, I would say that is what you would kind of associate with Chinatown. Kabuki is kind of the eastern side of Watson. So like most everything kind of east of this road here. And then Little China is kind of the southern slot on the western side. All right.
Yep.
So you have that contact, you have that ping. It's something that if you have a tech, they could potentially help you create a signal identifier, and you could start trying to, like, when he makes hollow calls or forms connections with net architectures, you could potentially track him or her by their ping, or them by their ping, when they kind of tether up to net structures. The other thing you're able to kind of identify is that on the day that the Black AV showed up, there was a contact from the same number, this Alpha individual, that said, "We have someone who's wounded. We need your assistance immediately. Also, we need to prepare for the attack. We need to take down the contact." And that's it. And so this would be temporally before the what NCPD quantified as an attack on the apartments at Kabuki Circle, which when you did some more research into it, you learned was apparently some sort of corporate conflict with a terrorist organization, presumably the Einhand, the Black AVs, and the unidentified individual. The blown up AV and the dead bodies of the Einhand terrorists that were killed on site by presumably edge runners has been taken into NCPD custody.
Okay. I will make all that information known to the group.
And yeah, as a reminder, they have it at District 1, Precinct 1 in downtown. Alright. And then, do you want to try a deep delve, or no?
No, I think I'm good with that for now.
What you'll be able to identify without a roll, and just kind of as like an endpoint here, the virus is self-terminating, so it is consuming the data that's present inside, not at a quick pace, but it does seem that you have a deadline with the material, even though it's inside of a data fortress, and there's really no way to kind of save it because it's corrupted. If you were to save it and put it into another location, it would just keep doing the same thing. It's self-replicating in that way. So you think that you probably have a 3-day window with this Deepak data.
Okay. So I'll provide all that info to the group and to you, especially Kincaid. And what would you like to do with this info?
If we're able to track Alpha, that's the next strongest lead we have.
The AV is also a possibility. It's at police headquarters or inbound.
I can't guarantee anything out of that, but I can attempt to pull strings. Those strings are very likely to snap my fingers.
Is this like a group text that's going through?
Yeah.
Or are you both?
Sure.
Okay. So right in the middle of that,
We murdered a guy.
Rip goes self-destructing ? Like referring to the virus.
Oh, no, just self-erasing.
Get another computer, pass virus back and forth ? Study longer ?
You've done the actuary tables already, and so when he says that, it's kind of like, it's an interesting like perspective that Grip would have. You're like, I didn't know he was that net savvy, and it's kind of like, oh, okay. But you've already done the actuaries, and you're like, no, unfortunately, it seems to be corrupting at a rate that doesn't help. Like, it's the second it kind of enters into the new spot, it's going to continue the cycle.
And to clarify, Grip is not smart. He just understands viruses because when you're poor, Giardia is a thing. Passing it back and forth between the same two people.
Love that. Love that.
Say, that's not a bad idea. I'll look into that. Rolls my eyes. But I will ask Squints if he could help me locate this ping.
I can absolutely try. I got you.
Okay, so
Wait.
when you are told what the goal is, what you need as a start point, just to be able to kind of help this process, is an item that I believe one of you already has called a radio scanner. Okay. It's a very simple device. It's a bit dated. It costs 50 eddies. The issue is that radio scanners they're either going to come in a format that's commercialized. So if you played the video game, it's just like the radios that are kind of seated with like the display, and it shows you what radio station you're listening to. But the radio scanner that you want is a bit of like an older kind of like CV kind of style device. So we'd need to find one. The one that you have on you, Kincaid, I believe you have one. It is what you want. But if you transfer this device into becoming an alpha scanner or ping locator, it is not recoverable. It's going to basically ruin the device and make it a different device.
That seems like a fair use.
Yeah, that's fair.
For what we've been through to try to get this going. Yeah. Cards are on the table.
Okay. So, Squints, it's not a horrifically difficult task, and you'll have assistance because Leo will basically be kind of giving you the information you need, and it's from that point just kind of like a plug and play, kind of move the wires here to there and make it do what you're being told it needs to do. So I'd like for you to go ahead and make a basic tech roll, and the DV on this before you roll it is 15. So it's going to be insanely easy to hit, but just before you roll it, I just want to make sure you know what the conditions are and what you'll need, and if you want to spend luck prior.
I think we're very out of luck.
Okay. So,
to be fair, no one would have spent 3 luck on that.
What I'm going to say is...
I was trying to do it, and I was trying to focus, and I kept shaking my head because I couldn't really focus on what I was doing, and I was focusing more on these other problems as well. My processors in my head were over crazy, and I couldn't focus.
Your hands are new. There's a lot of things here. Yep. There's a lot going on. So
yeah.
what I'll say is that because you didn't fail by more than 4, the device is not broken, but it got...
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have a thing.
Mods are
I have a thing. No, it's a is it the compression perk? Humanilios, no. Extended warranty perk. Broken Technomancer perk. You gain 1 stat maximum. You can perk multiple times. No. It's one of them that says that if I fail something with a 1, I get it to be a 5 automatically. So, I read it yesterday.
Hold on. I know what perk you're talking about, but there's one for each different type of tech, so I just want to make sure we have the right one. Basic tech, it's called Keep It Together. Do you have Keep It Together?
I know I had it because I was looking through them when I was on my phone this week trying to, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's like it. There are several that are like it, and there's one for each different tech skill. So let me take a look here. Compression, extended warranty, Technomancer. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything like it.
I know I saw it. Okay, my bad then. I guess
no worries.
I could have swore I saw it, but
let me explain.
Okay. So anyway, I jacked up.
If you want to pick it up for future reference, go ahead. I'm not going to let you purchase it to override this.
I'm not. No, this is funny.
Absolutely fine. So when you break the device, you don't break it so horribly that it's not functional and it's not able to be used as what it was initially used for. However, what you do have is a situation where if you want to use your maker ability to use it temporarily for the purpose that you wanted it to do, you can jury rig it or field expertise it. So effectively, what field expertise lets you do is when something is not working the way you want it to, you can, if you have field expertise as one of your trained tech functions, you can make it do the job it's supposed to do for about 10 minutes, and it'll hold for about 10 minutes and do the thing you want it to do. You can retry.
That's under tech?
It should be under the maker roll ability. Yeah.
It's in the book. It's one of the real things. One of
Um,
the real things. One of the like default.
I understand exactly what
Original.
you meant. I have no insult. You are fine. The real things is absolutely correct. If you open up your roll ability, it looks like you have. I'm looking at
Did you open
Kincaid.
mine?
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
did.
Get out of there.
No, you click it.
Stop.
You click it. I'm sorry. Don't yell to me. Oh, that's
My
Leo.
roll is useless. Get out of there.
Oh, backup. So you have 5 in field expertise.
Rolls maker, field
Because-
expertise 5.
Yeah, and the
So-
reason why you have that is because of one of your perks, because you always have that. So field expertise, basically, what it'll allow you to do is just, once per skill rank, so 5 times per day, you can basically just take some time, about a minute, and make it do the thing. If you're like doing it in under duress, you can do it as an action. So absolutely fine, and it'll work perfectly the way it's supposed to.
Got it. So I made it work the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, you can. You can make it work for 10 minutes, so a total of 50 non-consecutive minutes per day to do the thing it's supposed to do. Does that make sense?
That's probably all we need. Sure.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 1.
Who do I know that works in District 1,
There used to be a guy down there named Joey Bag of Donuts,
Precinct
but
1?
he died last year, so he was the only guy you had as a contact. Like when you rejoined,
Yeah, I went to the funeral.
yeah, it was a very short service. He didn't have a lot of friends. He was a cool guy though. But yeah, Joey Bag of Donuts. That's the only guy you had. He's dead though. In Precinct 1, you also don't really have a lot of connections therein, other than you know who.
Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. I was making sure. Well, no sense in not using a bridge unburned. I'll send a message to Bart Jarvis.
What do you need?
Looking to investigate some evidence Precinct 1 recently attained of a firefight between a black AV and some cyber psychos this past week. Anything you can do?
Real bad time. It seems that the material we acquired from the Kabuki apartments is currently of interest to 3 mega corporations. And he would list them: Arasaka, Militech, Gangtao.
All 3 of them, huh?
Yeah.
I don't suppose I could ask what it is you have.
Let's meet. You know where. And that was where he would leave it. And you would remember that, like, when you kind of meet, you meet in Reconciliation Park at this kind of, small little area off. It's not too far away from Pizza Port, which is a little kind of like outdoor venue that sells pizza and other garbage food. And it's kind of down there in the park in between Biotechnica and Militech.
I'll head there alone.
Okay. He sets up a
Don't
time.
need Jarvis to know the rest of them.
It would probably be later in the day, or it would actually be in the night, actually. So go ahead and roll me a d10. Okay.
4.
So you do notice that there is kind of an uptick in gang activity in Reconciliation Park. It seems that there are a lot of members of the Valentinos kind of present inside of the space. But it doesn't seem like you're drawing their attention or their ire. You do get some looks, but nobody really kind of messes with you or kind of does anything to kind of talk to you or engage with you.
As far as I know, I don't have any kind of negative
You're a guy in a suit-ish looking attire.
Reputation with them, sure.
Yeah, I mean, if they were feeling it, like, you know, they could. It definitely looks like this late in the evening. It's mostly just Valentinos and the homeless who are kind of present in the park. But you come over to the chair, to the area you met, the little park bench, and Jarvis
Yeah.
is there, and he says, "Well, I'm scratching your back, and I'm gonna need some back scratching of my own. If you're okay with that game and the way we play it."
Name your price.
Well, first things first. Let's see if the honey is, or the juice is worth a squeeze. And he hands you a data shard. Plot it where it's not or coded or anything crazy.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
Yep. You plot it.
Yeah.
Okay. When you plug it in, you would see.
I don't have time to fuck around.
It has the AVs like model and make, and also it seems that he has compiled a list of only 7 people who have had AVs like this in their storage capacities. The AVs are old, outdated. It looks as though the last individuals who would purchase these AVs were security firms back in the 2060s, and they were utilizing them as cheap aerial troop movements while they were attempting to maintain peace in Dustin before it fell and became a combat zone. These AVs were left in Dustin, and some firms kept them closer to Charter Hill than in Dustin. According to the information here, Arasaka had Yaiba machineries keep them underneath their parking garages. It seems that Militech dusted them and put them in the train yards to the south. And Kangtao had allegiances with Kuroshi Optics and their firm, and actually had them parked away and still utilize them, like flying them around as transports for Kuroshi in their massive campus on the eastern side of Charter Hill. So this is Kuroshi, and then this is Yaiba, and then this is the train yard.
Okay.
So all 3 firms, security firms, are known to have had these AVs, these relatively cheap AVs with decent amount of firepower capabilities and troop transport capabilities. But they are old. They're like decades old.
This one wouldn't. Would it or would it not match the sort of fleet that they're using the dummy planes with, where he's got a puppet flying it?
Oh, right. No, these would be piloted. These would have like a physical person in them.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I see what you're saying. Sorry, yes, these are the exact same AV as the ones that are being piloted by the dolls. Yes.
By the dolls. Okay.
Yep. But neither firm is willing to release their information to determine who is missing the AVs. According to NCPD reports that he's pulled from Sin, there are a total of 6 AVs that have been seen and verified to be owned by the Einhand terrorist group. This is the first one to have been struck down. The second one to have been struck down. The first one that fell was taken out by Kangtao when the Einhand terrorist group attacked Kangtao building on November, I think, 19th of 2077. So if that's true, then there are 4 remaining in the terrorists' hands. And there were a total of, I believe it was, what did I say the number was? It was 21 total AVs that are out and amidst the Arasaka, Kangtao, and Militech 3. But nobody knows exactly who has how many, or if they still have the ones they say they have.
Okay.
You would then note that the terrorists that were recovered have been identified. The names are very unimportant. They're listed there in front of you. But what you'll notice is that they all appear to be low-level executives at several different firms. None of them are Arasaka, Militech, or Kangtao. I'm talking stuff like Mori Technologies. I'm talking stuff like, Raven Microcybernetics. Like tiny, smaller mega corporations that are not like the big numbers, but are still relatively lucrative firms. About the same age and kind of like tier level as a Adrian Ella.
Okay. None of them necessarily militant
Right.
individuals, just bodies
Correct.
they were able to grab. Okay. What kind of weaponry was used in the firefight between them?
They had Arasaka gear pretty much to a fault. It was Arasaka armor, Arasaka SMGs, and it looks like it's from a. It's like it's from, according to Arasaka representatives, a stolen shipment of military gear that was absconded back in 2074. It looks like it was taken from the Arasaka waterfront by a group of pirates, is what they're saying. According to my records, the only pirate group we have in these waters at current is a group called the... No, actually, they're not around that much anymore. I think Arasaka shot them out of the water, for the most part, and made them leave. Nomad pack called the Nadruckers.
Who brought this AV down?
Individual edge runner, hard to ID, apparently running with a crew that was hired by a Militech exec named Ares, is the information I was able to pull. Haven't been able to get in contact with him. I think his human resources department is kind of keeping me at arm's length. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to kind of engage with him directly anytime soon. I do know that the fixer who hired this crew is based up somewhere in Watson. Don't know his name, but I think he's affiliated with the Maelstrom gang. That's pretty much all I got for you. Is it worth a favor?
This doesn't feel like enough to go on. So you're just sitting here waiting for Arasaka, Kangtao, or Militech to claim whether or not this is theirs or not?
That's not
Or
what
are they
I'm-
just going to have a look and check?
That's not what I'm doing. I called for this, or I wanted this meet when you reached out to me for purpose. You wanted information. I need something done. I can't do it.
What have you got?
I have some fixers I've been talking to. I'm looking at hitting these 3 specific locations where these AVs are supposed to be being held. And when I say hit, I mean break in and survey. I don't mean take. I need to know how many AVs they have in stock, and I need the records to prove that they're there. They have those on site. The easiest of the 3, I think, would be the Militech's holdout. Their AVs are supposedly dusted, which again, out of character, means that they've been kind of tarped over and they're kind of like held in storage containers.
All 3 are roughly in the Dustin area, is that right?
They're right on the outskirts, yep.
Yes. Okay.
Charter Hill, technically. I need to know...
I'll see if I can put a team together. I can't make any promises.
Well, what
What is it exactly you need?
I just need to know if they're
Just
there.
an inventory?
Who's missing what, so I can start pointing fingers.
All right.
And if you can get me that,
I'll look into it.
I can
Let me
get
see
you,
what I can find out.
If you can get me that, I can get you a one-on-one with the AV itself. And if you have some specialists that can help you figure some things out about it, so much the better. But right now, unfortunately, it's on lockdown. Only people who can touch it is the crime lab.
Quick question. The pilot and the personnel on board, were they wired up anyway special?
He would say
You know what I'm talking about.
flip to file 2. And if you flip to file 2, you would see that every single person that was recovered has a chip with the letter G on it.
Give me a few hours. I'll be in touch. Get me a
Yeah.
location, what all you need from this Militech parking lot.
If you can't do it, the fixers I have are pretty reluctant. Unfortunately, one of them's not a huge fan of me. After we had a bit of a spat in North Oak, lady named Ray. But if you can talk to Delphi, you can talk to Hungry, you can talk to whoever you've got fixer-wise to set up this gig. Maybe they could set up another Edge Runner crew to do it for you. I just need to know who's missing AVs.
I'll put you in touch with somebody. Give me the day.
Got it. You'll
And I'll
leave first, and after a fashion, you're kind of just, in the dark, neon lights, walk out.
Is he giving me the chip to keep?
Yeah, he gave you the data.
Cool.
Similar to the last time he gave you data, it seems that he's kind of done his due diligence to kind of hide the fact that it was taken from Sin's database.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a meandering route back towards. I'm assuming we keep meeting at Squint's garage, since he was the one putting the scanner together.
It's not a bad location, and so he would kind of give you the. How does Quince tell Kincaid that he bopped it?
Very
Oh, good.
messed up. It's muted.
No, it had a delay. Your mouth moved, and I spoke too fast.
Oh, muted. Very much. Just like this happened. I got it to where it'll work a little bit, but it's definitely not the way it's supposed to be. And we can use it for what we need it for, though.
50 minutes a day shouldn't slow us down. I had a word with a former colleague. We might have some alignment in goals. We might be able to figure out where these AVs came from, which might make it easier to figure out where the remaining are.
Makes sense.
And I'll pass the chip over to, I'm guessing Leo would be most interested in reading it.
I appreciate that.
Looks like some puppet pilots.
Real quick, I just want
Folks
to.
that were drafted into a war they didn't realize existed.
I want to bring this question to light. Zach, W. You reached out to me on the side. You said, "Are we hearing the future or watching the past?" I just want to kind of clarify what you mean there, and
What?
then that not you talking to Zach.
You
F.
said Zach W.
"Oh my God, I got it mixed up."
You fully did.
Yep. He
Zach
totally said Zach W.
F. I just want to clarify. You what exactly do you mean by that?
Chody's delay, I bet.
Oh yeah. That's all I meant. It was a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You thought it was some cryptic
I
cool
didn't want
thing.
to interrupt the flow of the story.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was. I'm sorry.
it is okay.
That's all I meant.
In the future,
Do
just
I
throw
have
it
a
out
really
there.
bad delay?
It was bad. Yeah, there was like a good 3-second pause before his words started hitting the screen. Right? Am I crazy?
I was seeing a delay on pretty much everyone,
Oh,
but it's better now.
okay. Well,
I think the connection itself is a little spotty.
Friday night, you kind of close it out, Kincaid. Leo, you get a phone call. Number does not appear to be one that you are familiar with. Hollow call. Do you let it go to voicemail or do you pick it up?
Said
I'll
the
answer it.
Okay.
On the other line, you see individual who you recognize is Zigzag, and he says, "Hey, I wanted to reach out to you. You ran into somebody mutual acquaintance not too long ago over in Vista Del Rey. That runner who's just trying to keep to himself."
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You see him again. Walk the other direction. The job you weren't able to do, he's doing. And if I hear you and your other crew members start fucking with him, you best believe you've got my ire. And if you see him
Noted.
and he's being fucked with, maybe there's some eddies in him if you help him out. Was he okay after? Or
Seemed fine the last thing I remember.
okay, good. Hopefully he was able to get her out. Thanks, kid. Click.
I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah. Not for anybody else. Anything else in the evening of the Friday?
I know that some of us wanted to do downtime. When would that actually happen?
Saturday.
Okay. Nothing for me Friday night.
Yeah, I was going to look at the list of things that we had on option here. So, Kincaid, you did your purchases in Fresno, so that's not really...
Yeah. I
Fresno.
really regret those.
That's fine. You probably would have been paying the same here unless you could have, coordinated with the fixer, so no big deal.
I
Leo,
paid half.
you get your body weight suit repaired. I presume you get help with that from Squints. And then Squints, you go buy new armor and any items that were kind of destroyed. That's totally fine. So just purchase prices of your armor jacks, I think, and body weight suits is what you
It's
need.
just light armor jacks. So how much was that?
I think they're 100 eddies.
Should be 100 apiece.
Yeah.
So 200 for a
Okay.
full suit.
Anyway, suit costs 1,000 if I was to buy new.
Yeah, so you're just repairing it. So I'd say that it'd probably be somewhere in the ballpark of around 250 eddies for materials. If Squints wants to charge you for the labor, that's up to him.
No, we're fine.
He does it at cost.
We're solid.
Park shape emoji. Okay, so that happens during Saturday. I'd say most of the day. Somewhere around 3 p.m. Grip, you get a phone call. It is from a number you recognize, an individual who you haven't talked to in a while, actually. But I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the name Rogue.
Yes.
Rogue Amandieres is calling you on your holo. Do you pick up?
Answer.
Hey,
Oh,
here you're running with a new Edge Runner crew. They good?
So far.
I got a job I need somebody to do. Not really many people I trust in these new in this new blood. Could use some help. If you think they're worthy, bring them on over to the afterlife tonight.
You got it.
Click.
Into the group text. Afterlife tonight. New job.
What time?
I didn't ask a time. I
Tonight is
just
usually
said
8
tonight.
o'clock when it comes to like extra shit.
And Grip just responds to what time? Tonight.
Be there.
Be there.
and he said it. I was not. I was typing. You said it just says new job.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Afterlife. New job. Tonight.
Got it.
I respond. Knock on my door on your way down.
Thumbs up.
Okay. So, those of you who aren't familiar with in-canon lore, or not terribly familiar with in-canon lore, the Afterlife is the Edge Runner's bar. It is the basically it's the crown jewel of fixers, gigs. It's where everybody kind of focuses their attention when it comes to the Edge running world. Rogue, the aforementioned character who reached out to Grip specifically, is known as the Queen of the Afterlife. She is the biggest fixer out there. There are a lot of rumors about like her affiliations, her contacts. Some people say she's gone toe to toe with Adam Smasher. Some people went toe to toe with Adam Smasher before Adam Smasher presumably died. That's word on the street anyway. She is kind of a badass, right? And so whatever job she's trying to muster here, it's probably a big deal. But that's, again, knowledge that Grip has. I just want to make sure that the players are kind of understanding that when you walk into the Afterlife, it's not going... You've been there before. You got a secret, hide box with Hungry when you were doing one of the early gigs. But it's not the first time that you've been here. This is where Billy Guillotine had his, Ripper moment, or rather, Ripper was talking to Hungry about Billy, and then they had that falling out. That happened at this bar. So, you didn't talk to Rogue, but you have been to the Afterlife. Okay, so who arrives first on time, or do you try to group up outside before you go in?
Yeah, I'll wait outside for whoever.
Okay.
Just trying to catch a ride
I
with Grip whenever he heads up.
Yeah. Grip would probably just sit at the bar closest to the entrance, not at Rogue's booth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Looking for a little huddle before the brief.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Smart.
just to group together and then walk in as a unit instead of us trickling into Rogue. I feel like that's just how Grip would assemble everybody, is just sitting at a close bar by the door.
So when you walk in, the bouncer kind of looks at you, Grip, and doesn't really give you any guff, and just lets you through. When you walk in, you see that there are a couple of edge runners kind of present here. It's a Saturday night. It doesn't look like it's super active or popping, though. There's definitely some bodies present, but not a lot. You would see that Rogue is seated in her normal spot in her booth, like when you kind of pop out into the space, down here on the southern side of the map there. And you can see that Claire is present at her spot at the bar. But yeah, no real faces or names that you're recognizing as you kind of make your way over. Claire looks over at you and says, "Hey there, old timer." And we'll kind of, if you have a regular drink that you go for, she would give to you here.
He just holds up 2 fingers for a double.
Yep. And she would set it out in front of you. Looks at Leo. You drinking, kid?
Yeah. What do you recommend?
I got a new drink. It's called a Cryptid. You want it?
Never heard of it, but I'll try it.
All right. She would, go about pouring you a beverage. The drink in question would be it's a very colorful drink. It appears that it is a gin suspension with a 2-phase layer. The bottom is an electric yellow limoncello, and then the top is like a bright strawberry liqueur. Liquor. I said the right thing the first time. But yeah, sets that out in front of you. And some media type died horribly this last Wednesday.
Well, sucks for them. But this drink's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know her full story, but ask around. I'm sure someone in here's got an idea on it. If you care. You, Kincaid, meet outside with Squints, and then kind of enter in with him, I guess, since we're doing couples.
Yeah, everybody walked in. I didn't realize.
No worries.
Everybody moved their token. I was just sitting at the door like a dick.
You walk over to the bar, and Claire will kind of look at Grip and say, "Is this your crew?"
He nods.
Well, Rogue's ready to meet with you whenever you're ready. He's just talking to a guy right now, maybe a couple of minutes. Once you see him leave, feel free to walk over.
He gestures to his left for them to sit.
She'll look at Squints. Hey! and smile. And
He's staring off into space. He does not recognize her. He does not acknowledge he's staring off into space.
yeah, totally just misses it, and like she'll just kind of shrug. You want something to drink? And she'll say the same to Kincaid.
No, ma'am. Days I really need a drink or days I need to avoid it.
Well, sure, but days you're drinking are days you're already in. She'll say, kind of just philosophically. Drugs. Quinn doesn't say anything in reply.
I would, yeah, no, he looks at her and kind of shakes his head and says meatbag and just walks off.
You know what? Make it 2 waters. Sorry, I'll throw a few eddies on the bar.
She'll pull out 2 real waters, and you realize that you're paying a pretty handsome price for the water she has on site.
Sure.
It's real water. And then you kind of lure Squints back over to sit at the bar. Looks like
If he'll listen.
If he does, I'm staring. I know who Rogue is, right? I mean, everybody kind of knows who she is.
You know of Rogue, and like you could probably identify her, as who she is. Like, kind of hard to miss, and she matches the description. But you don't know her like proper.
But I would know where she's at, though. I would know where we're going to talk to her. Or I could point out. Basically, what I'm doing is I know that's what we're supposed to be doing, so I'm just staring at her.
Yeah, I would say that's the case, but I would say Grip, you would kind of see that and kind of understand that that's probably like a faux pas. Like the etiquette is definitely fucked, and the vibes are going to be.
Oh yeah, no, we're grabbing
yeah.
him. He's sitting between us.
All right, so 2
Okay.
very large
I get
individuals
pulled over.
pick Squints up, set him down on a stool. Okay.
When Squint says meatbags, I just start
When
paying
we sit him.
a little
Oh,
bit more
sorry.
attention to him and smirking.
She
Just
kind of
watch him for a bit.
Claire kind of like scratches her head, looking at Grip, shrugs, and leaves the real waters out for you, and kind of moves to the other side of the table, where she's talking to this guy over down here. Sitting there quietly and waiting, definitely confused.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Jackie? Did Jackie come back to life?
No, that's not Jackie. That's the super fan. After a fashion, you see the guy at the table with Rogue kind of stand up, taking a briefcase with him, and he looks like he's kind of kitted out in a Valentino's like kind of attire, and he walks away from Rogue's table, and then as he's moving through the kind of hollow displays in the center, you would see 2 Valentinos kind of get up and go with him, and they make their way to the door. All right. Yeah. What happens next?
As they get up, Grip will pound the rest of his drink, put it down on the counter, nod to Claire, and then kind of swing his fingers to round up the crew and walk towards Rogue.
And then as you're about to leave,
Seeing
the
that,
bar,
I'll attempt to do the same.
Claire kind of like quickly kind of like reaches under the bar and says, "Hey, old timer," and she's kind of like like you can only see her from here, and then she pulls out a bottle of like very expensive tequila and holds it out to you. She's already got glasses; she just needs more. Can you take that over for me? Do me a favor.
He like kind of nods to Kincaid, see if Kincaid will grab the thing and glasses.
Fine.
Well, no, the glasses are
I'll grab the bottle.
okay.
Oh yeah, no, not just the bottle, not the glasses. Sorry,
Yep.
glasses are already.
I am going to lean over to Squints, like, get your fucking head on straight. We're gonna get some R&R soon. I just need you to pull through.
He kind of, his eyes kind of clear up and says, "I hear static. It's static."
Listen to it.
And then I got it, got it. And his eyes kind of clear up and he walks that way.
Rogue looks over at Grip and says, "Long time no see outside of the hollow." How's it been?
You bet.
Not too bad. Kind of miss the
Uh.
more simple times. Echo Drifter. Who are these new fucks?
Sometimes. Well, you know, I just want to say they're effective, if not a bit strange.
Well, who the fuck isn't strange in Night City, am I right? Recognize you, points at Kincaid.
Right.
Been having a couple conversations about you.
All good, I hope. I set my bottle on the table.
It seems like it's a very weird matter that an NCPD officer is coordinating with members of Kang Tao. But, again, my ear is very close to the ground. I don't think many people are privy to that information. And I assume you don't want it to get out.
Is this why you wanted to speak to us?
No. I just want to suss out the material that I'm working with here. He looks over at Leo. Any connections that you think I would have a problem with here? Regarding corporate entanglements?
Just shake my head no and just kind of sink back a little bit.
She'll nod and look at Squints. Hey, and she looks at you, like just locks eyes with you, and you kind of lock eyes with her. She rattles something in her hand. It sounds like pills in a case, and then she throws it out onto the table in front of you. Take some of those.
Hey. he takes some of the tequila without even looking and pops one.
She pours a glass of tequila, and then pours a second glass and slides one across the table, and it perfectly hits like right on the edge of the table in front of you. If you take the medication,
Kind of stares down.
it is
Yep. Oh yeah.
it is a drug you're taking. I need you to roll 2d6.
2d6. 7.
You regain 7 humanity.
Oh man.
This lasts for 1 month, but may wear off early as defined by GM due to inopportune and stressful moments.
So I need to add 7 to my mods, right? Under humanity?
Correct. Or you can also add it to
Okay.
therapy. Either way,
Okay.
this is an
I'll just
addition
do
that will kind of like remain for a bit. Now, because you've taken a drug, the secondary effect will take place at a later time. And yeah, this drug that you've taken is called an immunoblocker. You took it in pill form. It's usually injected, kind of hard mode into your throat or upper torso.
How quickly does it hit immediately?
Immediate.
Is it something like that?
Immediate. The static
Oh,
that you
okay,
said you were
cool.
hearing, gone. And you kind of like, it feels like you're being pulled out of a fog.
Oh. Oh. Thanks, lady.
Keep them.
That's
She says keep them, and then kind of focuses in on Kincaid again. You wouldn't have any problems going outside of the law for a job, would you? What with your affiliations?
Been doing that a lot lately.
She reaches.
How far are we talking?
She reaches into her pocket and then throws a data shard out onto the table. It bounces, and you all immediately recognize it as a doll chip, and it has the letter G on it. Pretty far.
I cover it with my hat and sit down. What did you have in mind?
Well, I've got a problem that I can't fix with my regulars. Bunch of young punks. I need grip specifically on someone I trust, someone I know who can get it done. I hear you folks have been doing work off and on, not formalized as like a named crew, but word has spread about your endeavors. I even have some reports that say you might have fucked with Arasaka's holdings early in the year. Love to hear it. With that said, though, what I need done is I need someone brought to me alive. Violently, if need be. Everyone around them doesn't matter. Only they do.
The target.
A very great question. The individual I am looking to get a hold of. Sorry, bear with me here. Oh, my notes. My notes!
They're super important, I promise.
No, they are. Arasaka executive. Name of Arthur Haynes.
Should we know who that is?
No.
Heard that before.
Really?
Not in game, I don't think. This is out of character, but I've heard that name before.
Arthur Haynes is a former member of counterintelligence wing of Arasaka. Deployed as a security representative, someone who coordinates with other corporations, make sure that communications between Arasaka and their job givers are being handled directly. Like a bit of a corporate fixer.
And you need this person taken to you.
Yes, and I need them brought to me directly. They have a residence in Norfolk. That would be the easiest place to find them. You can gain access to that location. The best metric. However, if anybody is aware of you firing the individual, it would be unfortunate, but you would have to make sure they are dealt with. There can be no loose ends.
I look at Kincaid.
When do you need it done by?
As soon as possible. But I assume that you'll be getting some information regarding the gig. I'll be planning it. My job. For the initial portion, and she'll kind of reach down in between the seat cushions and pull out like a brick of eddies and set them down onto the table. Grip, you've seen a band before. You know that she set 1,000 eddies out in front of you. And she would say, initial information gathering. This will purchase anything that you need for that initial stage of the gig. And once you have the information that I require to plan ahead, well then, we can move to the next step.
Grip nods.
I'm assuming...
Grabs the
Okay.
money. Oh, I was just gonna say grabs the money shard and starts to turn to go.
Not a money shard.
Or
It is
not
a
a money shard,
yeah, it's
just
a
a-
brick of actual like physical dollars.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then yeah, fine. Then I'll take the fucking brick.
She would say, keep in contact with me. And she'll, like, her eyes turn red for a second as she flicks her details to each of you. Leo, you're not stupid. You realize that that's not her direct phone number. It seems that she's patched into a netrunner who appears to be on site here at the Afterlife. And basically they're running spoof. So when you contact her, it's going to be a delay, and then it'll come to her. So based on what you're just looking at in the phone number and kind of understanding the architecture there, you realize that the individual that you're dealing with is like an old-timer netrunner who is like very skilled. So whoever she's got in the back room or whoever she's hanging out with, as far as like deck heads go, is probably some old, knowledgeable individual who's pretty badass.
Okay.
What are you offering us?
1,000 eddies up front as a start, and then if the gig is doable, we'll discuss payment there. What's your normal rate?
Do we have a normal rate? Our last job paid us like 5K each, didn't it?
She looks at Grip. You really are running with some green individuals.
I'm not happy about it,
Hey, dude.
but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Based on that kid's kit, he's probably been through the meat shredder. You've basically just been piecing him together Frankenstein style for however long you've been running with him. That
Still
kid
fucking up, right?
Fair enough, if he's worth it having on the job. That kid looks like he's a sociopath. Points at Leo. And you're running with a fucking cop, Grip.
Yeah. I want to share that I inherited this from Hungry, so you can talk to him about it.
I haven't talked to Hungry in a while. I think the last time you were here. Or they were here. I don't think you came into the fold by that time yet. Let's make it simple. I'll elucidate a bit, and then you'll understand that the eddies aren't the only thing that I'm putting on the table here.
I was hoping that's what she was getting at, was the chip she slid to me.
Arthur is supplying materials to an individual we have identified as Alpha. I need Haynes so I can get in contact with this Alpha. Once I have contact with Alpha, if it plays out how I imagine it going in my head, then I will then move on to my next person of interest. A netrunner who's been causing me quite a bit of problems in the afterlife.
You and everyone else in California.
Full Edge Runner crews disappearing, going cyber psycho. This Einhand group. Scavs forming alliances. A goddamned headache. Now it keeps us working, but to what end? I'd rather just get to the bottom of it, clean the streets up the best way I know how. Cut the fucking head off.
Do you still need Arthur if we're able to get you Alpha's contact info?
Yes and no. If you wish to try and get me Alpha's information, that would be worth something to me. The other reason I want Arthur in specific is due to his affiliation with other problems.
I'll send her the phone number we have for Alpha.
Where'd you get this? You would say?
Just happened to stumble upon it.
Gonna need a reliable source for the information, otherwise I don't think it's trustworthy. I do appreciate the attempt to remain incognito. However, if you want to play with me, put it all on the table.
I'll tell her that we got it from Deepak.
Fucking Ripper Dock in downtown. Interesting. You tell her everything?
About the phone
Hopefully
calls.
not.
You tell her about how she was supplying bodies to the scavs?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
He was a scumbag.
Well, that's a very reliable source of information. I appreciate your honesty. Okay. Well, this is definitely worth something. She reaches into the cushions and pulls out 3 more stacks and just sets them out on the table. Let's see this as your startup capital. Job's changed. I want Arthur. If you don't want to go after Arthur because of security, I understand. Not many people want to fuck with Arasaka. And as green as you are, I don't expect that would go well unless you're confident. If you can get me Alpha, I've got the contact information. I can probably pull some strings to get some form of signal repeater. Get him isolated and figure out what district he's in, what net he's kind of connecting to. But if you have means of finding him outside of that, some other method, then I would very greatly appreciate Alpha, dead or alive, on that one. I think my conversation that I have planned for that scav is terminal for them. So, if you can get me Arthur Haynes, I'll give your crew 20,000 eddies in cash or in trade. If you can get me Alpha, I'll give you 20,000 eddies in cash or in trade. If you can get me both, I'll give you 60,000.
Sounds like we're doing both. That sounds fantastic. How much do I owe you for the meds? And also, what was the prescription on that again? Because I'd like to get more of them later, maybe.
She flicks the details to you, immunoblockers, and she says, the pills will probably last you for the month. Just keep taking them at a regular interval. You'll probably need something more raw injected. Most Ripper docs you find will sell them to you in air hypos.
Hey, start to start. That should be plenty of time for me to get this 60 grand, and we'll get this taken care of the whole way. So we're good.
She kind of laughs at Squints.
Do you have a location you'd want your quarry taken to?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't want them brought back here. Not good for business to have transactions handled on site.
We're green, but we're not as stupid as we look.
I do appreciate that. I would say if you have a third-party location in mind that you can take someone to, that would be great. However, I have a spot that will work as a neutral ground if you don't feel like holding someone. Because remember, Arthur, I need alive. Alpha, don't give a fuck. I just need a body. If you want, I will take them on the north side in an industrial location. I'll send you the coordinates. The drop-off point, not too far from the rail. Not a lot of people know about it. It's where Trauma Team dumps John and Jane's, who's flatline on site. They don't want to hold on to. More backs up pretty quick there.
Would you be able to provide us a police scanner?
I certainly could. She would
Are
say,
you looking for a second try on Squids?
Oh, well, that works, continuously, not just sometimes.
I can. She would say, hold on a second, and her eyes would kind of flare as if she's entering a holocall. Hey, Nix, do we have a police scanner in the back? You got one, but you're using it? Ah, fuck. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, I've got one. How much are you wanting to pull away from your initial startup for me to give it to you? Police scanner usually goes for about 50 eddies, but again, it's a older one.
Just push one of the stacks back towards her.
My God. Well, she'll
250.
she'll break the band and she'll hand you back 3/4 of the amount.
I was like, I don't think giving
And then-
her like 20 times the amount it's worth is
She kind of glares
what
at
she was looking for.
she glares at Grip,
I don't need the money.
and like immediately you recognize she's not looking at you because like she like is trying to have fun conversation. You and her have like because you have kind of like a wordless like way of kind of comporting yourself, and you kind of caught on to her. She wants you to move so she can get out of the booth, so you kind of
Grip like really wasn't in that much of the way. He was kind of leaning up against it, so he just kind of shifts his weight back a little bit so she can slide out easily.
She slides out. She would go into the door just to the left of you. That's kind of like present here. Door slides shut behind her. A few minutes pass. She comes back out, and she's holding a carryall. No, she doesn't have the Yetis anymore. She'll walk over and just toss it onto the table. That should do you. And you kind of unzip it, look inside. It looks like a police scanner that was taken out of a like an NCPD vehicle.
Slide that over the squints.
I'll give her another go once we get back to the shop.
And if you're looking for a doc to purchase some medications, she'll kind of very quickly kind of like on one of the bills, write. It seems that she has like a pen in her pocket for some reason, but she'll write on the bill a phone number and a name.
You are just very helpful.
I'm the best fixer in Nights, and you're working for me, so I appreciate you saying so.
Best for the best. I get you, lady. We got it.
Now's the time that you get to work, though. She would like move past Grip, and you kind of all get up and start moving out. And she sits down, and Grip, you're the only one who really clocked it. Nobody else was really paying attention to it. But the bottle of tequila is half gone, and she only gave one drink out to anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Grip is not surprised. He just kind of like nods when he acknowledges it.
Yeah.
To her.
She got a drinking problem.
Or a drinking solution.
It is a solution to a lot of her problems. The drinking. Okay. You guys pop out of the afterlife and you kind of step out into like the air, the night air. Your cars are not parked too far away. Did you drive? You drove separate, right? So Kincaid, you drove on your own, probably picked up Squints, and then Grip and Leo, you drove in the Caliburn, right? Yeah, there are
I would shake the pills at Kincaid and say, I think she likes me.
There are a couple of edge runners who are kind of looking at the caliber and are very noticeably kind of like looking at it and kind of like you can see them pulling out their agents and like taking pictures of it, kind of a weird thing to have happen. And then they see you kind of approaching and like, oh my God, is this yours?
That's his answer.
Do you just stare at him, Grip?
He's is it mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
okay,
answers
hold on.
just like that.
I'm just gonna shrug.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Like that's.
I want to pause for a second. I want to
Yeah.
pause for a second because that's adorable. I need you to roll a concentration check.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, you do have a moment that like it doesn't relieve you of any kind of like stress here, but it's kind of like this. There is a time where you doubt yourself. You're like, is it mine? Like, is this really my car? Am I driving around in a $100,000 fucking Euro trash?
Yeah. It was
sports
more
car?
like, do I say it's mine or do I say it's the group's? Because I don't know if I like actually paid it all myself.
Yeah. And so you
Is
say,
it mine?
yeah, you say, yeah, just to kind of keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
And they go,
Whatever.
that's a hell of a ride. Yeah, you must be important. And then the other guy who's with him kind of walks over and says, you're Grip, right?
Yeah.
To run with the Echo Drifters.
Hadn't realized we had that big of a name.
Not so big amongst most people, but a lot of folks out here in Watson kind of remember the rumors and the goings on. Maldividra is not a good guy, and from what I understand, you worked for him.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh well, you're no longer with him. No big deal, and that's like 50 shit. I was 15 when you were probably in your prime. But a
Trying
bit
to
of
say I'm not in my prime now.
well, no. Both of them immediately kind of take up like a back away, like hands up, like no, 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 no. We're chill, we're chill. And then he says, I mean, I just mean like when you were running with them. That's what I meant. I misspoke.
Sure.
Nice car. Thanks for your time, and they'll fuck off.
Like, I don't know what you want from me, man. You want a fucking autograph? Get out of here.
The fuck out of my face. Okay, so out at the cars. Plan of action.
Library search information, or just research anything on Arthur Haynes.
Okay.
Which that is a name that sounds familiar.
It might. So you do some research on Mr. Haynes. You would note that they are still an employee of Arasaka. Oh, it beeped. I'm sorry, I hit a button wrong. Nobody else heard it, but I know that the people in the chat did. Arthur Haynes, according to the information, is a low-level executive who is a front-facing operations manager. What they do, or what he does rather, is that he coordinates as liaison to companies who have hired Arasaka to perform security detail. So in like instances where Arasaka is set up to be security on site, he's the one that makes sure that all installs of security tech are installed correctly and all operators who are on site are performing their duties correctly. So there would probably be an Arthur Haynes style person at the kind of top of the security detail that you saw at like the jewelry place and any other kind of place that you'd see. So there's like the security team, and they probably have a captain, but then there's like the actual exec who kind of like does the paperwork, handles the paychecks, and like makes sure that they're doing what they need to do on site. According to the information that you have, with just a basic library search, they are so basic and low tier an employee that they are literally able to be pulled up from just like library searches on Arasaka's roster list. With certain individuals in Arasaka, like counterintelligence people and kind of higher tier like individuals, these names are obscured, or the information regarding the employee is obscured. But it's very easy. It's very easy for you to get this individual's like social contacts and other information about Arthur Haynes off of not even rolling a dice. They are that easy to kind of handle. Why she's having a problem with it is kind of confusing to you at this point.
Must be slippery.
Squints, if you kind of reach into the back of Kincaid's stuff and grab your toolkit, do you want to go ahead and try and fix the scanner here on site, or do you want to take it back to the shop?
Yeah, if I feel comfortable with it, and I'm going to go ahead and pop 3 luck just in case we have another issue.
You had luck?
Yes, sir. Remember, I died last time. Y'all wasn't there, guys. Basic
I
tech.
died before that.
But there was a refresh
Basic
after
tech?
you died. Yeah, basic tech, please.
Yeah.
DV is 15. Nailed it.
And then I rolled a 20.
Yeah. So
Is it
It
37?
will work forever.
We're not gonna need that luck for the job we're about to do.
So-
It's in HD.
flavor-wise, what you're able to do is you are able to make the new police scanner function as you intended by taking pieces that would have kind of allowed for it in the radio scanner you had, moving them over to it, and then kind of turning the radio scanner back into a radio scanner. So you hand that back to Kincaid. You take the new police scanner with the Detect Alpha thing
Got
in it,
loose wires hanging out.
and you're able to install that into Kincaid's car. So like Kincaid has like a police scanner, like an official one, like real deal, and then kind of seated on top of that, you kind of just pull the paneling off of the piece and just like slot it in. So now it's like a double decker police or radio scanners in there with two of the little devices, the handset.
Yeah. All the scannings.
It looks to Kincaid when you kind of look at it after he sets it up, you're like, that's kind of tacky. But the radio scanner you got
Those
was
are
definitely.
great. It looks awesome.
It looks kind of tacky, but at the same time, like you understand this is the
It's
best way.
it's an impressive piece, but it looks stupid in my car.
It looks so dumb, yeah. But the technology is important. It's very, very good.
I just realized I'm still missing almost half my health. So this will be fun.
Yeah, again, if you want to kind of take Sunday off and like do some downtime and recovery, I'm okay with that.
I probably should. If everyone's okay with it.
I could do something fun to take my mind off things for a little bit too.
What's your plan?
Milkshakes?
What?
You bringing them to the yard?
I don't know. I'm trying to find something that could do therapy. I don't know. Milkshakes? I don't know. Freaking
Squints likes milkshakes.
calm
Okay?
my brain down. Yeah.
So you go
It brings
to
all the boys to the yard.
you go to the burger shop, not too far from where you're located. I remember a young lamplighter running to it, so it's not that far away. But the name of the restaurant is Buffalo's. Is that right? No, it is not right. What the fuck is the name of that burger joint? Cyberpunk 2077 burger joint.
Hungry's food truck.
You can go to Hungry's food truck, sure.
Hungry, I messed up real bad. Look at my arm.
Sorry, kid, I don't have time for you. I gotta do
Yeah.
stuff. I'm doing stuff right now.
How often is Hungry actually working the food truck?
No, yeah, sorry. It would be Mac, for sure. Never. The answer is never. The Chubby Buffaloes. Nailed it. Chubby Buffaloes is a barbecue restaurant on the east side of the Glen. Like, literally here you are, right? Oh, you're still in the afterlife. Hold on.
We're in the
Yeah,
afterlife.
I
hanging out.
accidentally clicked on a door. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Boom. And then Chubby Buffaloes is actually near the Hanford overpass. So that just moved, and it shouldn't have. I'll go ahead and put a restaurant marker there. Don't know why I don't have one already. Chubby Buffaloes. Yeah, and there's like a big old burger sign outside. Yeah, it's very goofy looking.
I would go there and I would get a burger and a milkshake and calm my nerves.
Yeah, very quiet. Like definitely the vibe is pretty chill. It's got like an old diner kind of aesthetic on the interior, and they sell like barbecue sandwiches, which is just like shredded scot meat that's kind of been flavored, like completely covered in flavor. Did you ever have oh god, what's the name of that pulled pork place in Middletown?
Birds.
Yeah, Birds. It's like Birds, but like definitely a bit more wormy on the meat side. The scop is worm.
Cool. I'll have that.
I did not
Delish.
know that.
Not very good.
I would say that, like, as far as vibes go, and like just kind of like mellowing out, it definitely keeps you on the level, but it doesn't really have like a curative effect. Like, I think it's just kind of like a treat yourself kind of situation.
Yeah.
And you definitely are recovering mentally, but not really kind of gaining any benefit therein.
We're just resting, man.
For those who are resting, if you're trying to regain hit points and the like, just a base amount of rest is a number of hit points equal to your body. If you are wanting to go to a river dock to get some speed heal or something to that effect, 100 eddies will get you a speed heal. You can only take one. And it'll
Can you do
recover.
both?
Yes. It'll recover amount equal to your body plus will.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, it's 4 hit points. It's nothing.
And that's during Sunday. And I'd say with that kind of light activity in the daytime and kind of just rest and relaxation, you'd still have the evening of Sunday, the 27th, available to you to kind of fuck around and do stuff.
Where was the Arthur Haynes character?
There's no location given for Arthur Haynes. You just know that he works for Arasaka, and he specifically works inside of the offices at Corpo Plaza, so the big building, Arasaka Tower.
He lives in
Oh,
North
okay.
Oak. You told us.
What's that?
You told us he lives in North Oak.
Oh, right, yes, he lives in North Oak. But his exact address has not been identified for certain. Also, I just realized our map is outdated. Hold on a second.
Neat.
Because fucking Steve bought a house in North Oak.
Fucking Steve.
Yeah.
So I had to update the...
Roman Yakitori's not on there.
Also true. We haven't really fucked with them here. Oh my god, I have 3 copies of the same... Okay, hold on. Night City 2. Okay.
But Sunday evening, is it possible to try to look up residences in North Oak and see if we can narrow it down?
So no, there's no
Do we have a?
there's no public-facing information for residences in North Oak. They are specifically kind of guarded by Arasaka security. That is not information that's readily available. Sorry.
Do we have a photograph of the guy?
You would have a company file picture of him. Yes, he is. I would say, just for current purposes, he is a very stereotypical suit. He looks like a white guy in a suit.
The worst kind.
Suited.
I would say second worst. The worst is naked.
I don't know.
I agree.
In this context.
Yeah, especially if it's a fist fight.
Oh, are you snapping in a whole like layer on top of the map?
I might have done that. Yeah.
Okay,
That
because it
blurry
fucked
layer
up the
that's still
river
moving.
real bad.
You fucked up the what?
The river.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I definitely hit it on the wrong area, and this is too big. It didn't hit the correct. Hold on. Advanced
I'm watching you move
transform,
that around.
Set dimensions. Units 46 by 43. Click. Advanced transform. Set dimensions. Fuck. 46 by 43. Set.
Well, he's doing that.
Yeah.
Was it general consensus that we're going to go for Arthur first over Alpha?
Yes. I think so.
Probably. Or at least we're going to scout out Arthur first.
What was the other job that we could pass on to a different fixer? Was brought up earlier before.
Jarvis wanted us to inventory black AVs owned by Militech, I think, to begin with.
Well,
Eventually, all 3 locations.
Yeah,
real,
the 3
real quick,
locations.
the black AVs are colored that way. It looks like from what you were able to get from Jarvis's data, they were spray painted black. They were not originally black. So yeah, identifying who has them is the job. The job would be breaking into one of the 3 locations I mentioned, either Kuroshi, Kai or Yaiba, or the train yard.
Okay. Did you pass that on to a fixer or no? Not yet.
I feel like I should bring that up to Regina.
Okay.
See if she'd be interested in putting a crew together. And give her, I guess, Jarvis's contact information.
Okay. Yeah, that works. And then that'll be a job I'll throw together for the Dark Skies crew. And just to put it on the table too temporally, today's the 27th. The crew on Dark Skies, for those who are watching who are members of that the pickup series, they will be rebooting on March 3rd. So we still have a few days that we as a group are playing with. But the Tuesday game that I'll be running, it will be set on March 3rd. All right. So I fixed the. I thought I fixed the. No, I fucked it up. That's the wrong Night City too.
Neat. I was trying to figure out what the difference was between them.
I think there are 3 different variations of Night City 2 because I keep changing North Oak, but and that one, the difference is there is no Dustin. All of the properties in Dustin have been removed. Night City 2. Baby cat, no. Anyways, there are plenty of different properties there. No worries about that. To get into North Oak, you would have to have some means of kind of bypassing Arasaka security, which you encountered and know is very detailed. And if you aren't specifically slotted to kind of go into that location, there's no way you're going to be able to.
Go
Come
into
out
North Oak.
sometime.
Is that where we did the party?
The party was in North Oak.
Okay.
Does anybody remember the name of the kid's father?
That's what I'm going through my notes right now.
Was it Arthur Haynes?
I don't know, was it?
Wasn't it?
They're cute.
John, I'm allergic to writing things down.
I am so sorry.
This is
Eric
Yeah, no, I've heard it
Gardner.
before.
What was it?
Eric Gardner. He's a corpo official with Raven Cybernetics. The kid was
Not
Derek
Arthur
Gardner.
Haynes.
Does anybody else remember any other individuals that were present that had contacts to other Corpo parents?
Was it the girl?
Kid that was dealing
Janie
The girl that cried?
Hachi. Her father is Kenjiro Hachi from Arasaka,
Correct.
who's counter intel. And his wife is dead.
And his wife is dead.
That's all my notes.
Somebody
If we need
said
any more.
good-ass notes.
No, I literally just put a couple bullets that I think are important during sessions.
They,
so I
they,
missed a
they
lot.
seemed strong. It
I'll
was
be
a
honest.
strong showing.
That's way better than nothing.
It's just one like continuously running note document.
Oh,
So
yeah,
when I'm on my computer next week, my laptop, I will not have any of these notes.
for sure, for sure.
Nice.
This is the new version. Okay,
That's gonna be the week that John asks all questions.
Yeah.
that would be the best time to do it.
So we do have a couple of people in there. We could try to somehow get let in by Eric Gardner or Janie's dad, Kenjiro. How we going to work those are two different things.
There's also the kids themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
pressure
can scare the
Janie
hell
since
out of
she
the
was
kids.
selling tar.
They're at Night City University. You know where they go to school.
Do we want to go that route?
Enjoyed threatening kids route.
Do what you got to do. You already did it one time. Jeez.
Right?
Yeah, we can torture him.
And it worked. I still got this battery and cables, man.
No, you do
Jesus
not.
Right.
You put him back. You put him back in my car. God damn it!
Yeah, we can still get it. It's charged.
Jesus Christ.
I took medicine. I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah, he got better, John.
No, got better.
I got
He's on the bed.
he's on the mend.
For now.
Okay, I think I've updated the North Oak side. So, to make sure that the house marker is noted right.
Wasn't Alpha supposedly working with Arthur Haynes? Is that not what
Yes, that's right.
Rogue said?
Arthur Haynes would have been her connection to Alpha if you didn't already have a connection to Alpha. And she would have handled that separate, but you basically put forward that you have the contact already. So she's like, fuck it, I'll just do both jobs 2 for 1.
I mean, if we get a hold of Alpha, that might be a means to get a hold of Arthur after the fact.
Pull him out of North Oak somehow.
Arrange a meeting from Alpha's contact. Something like that.
Yeah, good work.
Or we just go scare Janie into letting us in.
See, I feel hesitant to bring you guys into a scare game. I really lost control of the situation last time, and I
You
don't
punched
feel
him
like
first.
You actually
I
started it.
did punch him. I did punch him, and then
You
I sat
start-
down. And stupid me was like, you know what? The party wants to get involved. I'll take 5. Oh, we're breaking fingers. That's something. Oh, Squints is taking his pants off. I should have stopped it, and I didn't. And shame on me.
Well, that chair is ruined. It's got a nail through the seat. It's
Yeah. And then you put that battery back in your car.
You know what?
Oh yeah, it's good battery.
Gotta get
Battery.
around.
Obviously, it does the job.
Yeah,
As far,
I need it to stay
far as-
charged.
as far as benchmark tests, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty.
Alright, so put it towards the group. Do we want to go for Arthur and find someone to let us in, or do we want to go for Alpha?
I would prefer the Alpha route personally, but I want to hear everybody out.
I just think the Arthur route sounds easier, but I mean, if we want to go Alpha and just get the hard one out of the way, we can. I got this cool new arm.
Leo will vote for Alpha, thinking that it's more likely for Alpha to find out something has happened to Arthur than the other way around.
What are your thoughts?
And we
Probably
would
better.
have to interact with other people to find Arthur, and we need as few loose ends on the Arthur train as possible.
That makes a lot of sense.
What are Grip's thoughts? Nothing?
Strong silent type.
He's a strong silent type. You there? If you're talking, you're muted, Zach. Might not be there. Okay.
I don't see a BRB, but
It's fine. Might not have been posted. Cool. Okay, so we're looking at the alpha route. Is that what I'm hearing?
since we already have the tracker installed, we're going to get both of them anyway. Eventually, is the idea.
Yeah.
If that one were to lead to the other one, I think that's the smartest move, rather than involve children
Makes sense.
and/or innocents.
So, and what we know about that is that most likely in Watson, in Little Chinatown, somewhere near like Mega Building 10 area. So,
Around there,
we would
yes, I believe is what he said.
we would like to
But
meet
some
up
are
Monday in that area.
So, I just want to be sure too. There's no other questions that you have about either two individuals based on what the information you have, right? You've got the name Arthur Haynes, got Alpha, and you have a means of tracking Alpha if you switch it on. But again, the tracking isn't going to be like one for one, right? You're not going to lock onto them.
sure.
It's going to be whenever their signal ping hits, you'll be able to track that so long as your scanner is on. So you'll see where they're at approximately and be able to kind of move on that location.
Do we need to be like in the general area, or it could be anywhere? And then when the ping happens,
So
we'll know.
anywhere in Night City, due to the way the scanner was set up between Leo and the tech, it is not actually registering off of a from a top-down perspective and kind of putting it in a real sensibility so you understand where we're coming from. When a phone connects to phone tower, it kind of creates a connection point, and that connection point can be actually trailed in real life. And so how it works in Night City is when a holo calls out, it goes to a net architecture, which is a part of a subnet in a district. And then if it's a district to district call, the subnets will like talk to each other and make that connection. So what you're basically going to see is the location that the call originates from, not anything else. Might get some information if it's like a call that's going outside of the district or a call that's going, away from it, but you won't know what district it's going to. Just that it connected in some way outside of their district.
Is there any way they would be able to clock that this is happening to their device?
Not that you're aware of, because it's not actually something that it's not something that should be readily available to anybody who doesn't have the phone number. Without the details, you're not able to kind of see this information. And then on top of that, the scanner that you've devised here is not a common piece of technology.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we wait.
Okay. So you switch the scanner on, and probably 30 minutes after you clock it, heat that bad boy up, you get a ping. It does appear that the ping in question, and this would be Sunday night from the sounds of it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. The ping would happen in Night City, of course. It appears that the ping is located...
Thank God.
Oh my god, what? No way! It appears that the ping is located in the Pacifica district. Specifically Dogtown.
That's nowhere near where we thought.
Definitely strange. More
Is there any way that like that signal could be routed?
like the phone
with the
calls
device?
being spoofed?
Yeah.
You don't believe so.
Okay.
Unless they were very, very skilled, like Netrunner, or the phone for some reason was being kind of like guarded in some way. But from what you can tell, the phone call or the phone number that you acquired, it's not a common number. It's not like a simple number. It's actually like a longer detail number, which would be only kind of known or transferable, and something that in its own right is kind of set to be secure. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I would want to record the location and try to reference that with any known information of the area, if I have access to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what kind of building that would be.
So Dogtown is pretty much off limits to Night City. They are run by a gang known as the Barcast. They are functionally a private military. They used to be operated and run by former NUSA military members who were left behind during the Unification War. They had basically assailed into Pacifica and made a strong a strong base for the NUSA forces during that conflict. But due to politicians and accords that were kind of diplomacy and shit, they were basically told to pull out of Night City. They chose not to, and they defected, and they formed this gang, the Barcast. This isn't our first encounter with the Barcast. If you recall correctly, you purchased a weapon of Barcast make and planted it to kind of denote that somebody in the Barcast, I can't remember his name, but I remember his name's come up a couple of times. But some asshole, you basically on the crime of the jewelry.
Oh yeah, they stole that pest control truck.
Right.
And robbed that jewelry store.
It used to be led by a guy named Kurt Hansen. Kurt Hansen died in 2077, like middle of summer, sometime around July, I think. He was replaced by a guy named Chester Bennett, who, when he took control, killed all the subordinates he felt would be kind of like a risk to his posturing. And then in November, it was reported that he was killed by the Night City Knight, which a lot of people think is like a myth. Some people who are in the know recognize that this is an operator who it plays that superhero, but seemingly kind of just comes out of the night at random to stop crimes, high level or low level, doesn't matter. And to kind of throw this way back for you, Zach, you actually...
I remember him.
Okay.
No, I know Steve. Jody, you should remember him too.
Currently, they don't have leadership.
Barcast does not?
According to the outside knowledge base, they don't have leadership.
Has there been much traffic or activity clocked by NCPD regarding them?
NCPD is not allowed
lately?
to go into Dogtown. It's a standing.
Okay. So they don't really operate outside of there?
They don't. They kind of run the combat zone of Dogtown, like in its entirety, and they operate out of a building known as the Black Sapphire. It's a massively beautiful kind of like tall hotel structure with a lot of defenses outside, a lot of gear that they have kind of stolen from people around them, and during the NUSA kind of defection. But yeah, they have a prevention unit in Barcast in their gang that functions as the cops in their territories. Much higher armored, much better kind of equipped than your typical NCPD. More kind of in line with like a SWAT team member. And then the entirety of Dogtown is walled off. So even entering Dogtown requires you to have some sort of special access or privilege to do so. A lot of people have access. I would say that the only person in your crew that I would be willing to say would even have a close possibility of having access would be Grip. Everyone else is kind of either a cop, definitely not getting in, young, definitely not getting in, and way too busy doing Netrunner murder shenanigans, definitely not getting in. But Grip probably
do we just want to wait for another ping?
The ping in question...
Yeah, I mean, we're tracking it.
The ping in question happens at the Dogtown markets in the stadium. So most cool illegal shit that enters the city typically flows into the city from a Dogtown connection.
Yeah,
Clock that
doesn't really
moving.
seem like a good area for us to try to go get out there.
As a vice operator, you would know drugs don't typically move through Dogtown, but when they do, they usually flood into Pacifica first and then into the city. So there's probably been times where you've worked in Pacifica with their NCPD office, which is kind of a shit show, to be honest. And then you kind of, don't really have jurisdiction in Dogtown proper. So you kind of do your best to mitigate the effects of like that flow by fucking with Pacifica's contacts.
Well, this one's going to seem like a stretch, but we could attempt to, I say we, but I mean Leo, attempt to spoof a contact terminal from what remains of Deepak Murdy and try to set up a meet with Alpha from a possibly known phone number to him, if that makes sense.
We could, but I mean, the problem is I don't know if they ever actually met in person or if that would end up being a red flag. I mean, it might just be easier to see if there's any more pings somewhere easier than Dogtown.
How much longer are we gonna wait for another ping?
Almost as if it were
All day if I
fated.
have
The
to.
second you say that, and as he's kind of uttering those words, the ping hits, and you're registering it. It appears that he has moved to a place called the Heavy Hearts, which is a casino slash bar slash hotel located in Dogtown.
Busy guy.
From most people's colloquial understanding, and Grip, you'd probably be the wisest of it, there's a fixer who is like rogue level fixer named Mr. Hands, who is said to operate out of the Heavy Hearts, though nobody ever meets with him.
Well, in the 30, 40 minutes we've been scanning, we've already had 2 pings.
So, are we? Should we? Should we go, or are we just gonna watch all the pings tonight? Because if we're just gonna watch all the pings tonight, I don't have to watch all the pings tonight.
I got drinks to drink, sleeps to do.
I'll watch the pigs tonight.
Um,
He may just be on an errand in Dogtown. If we're lucky, that's the case.
Real quick, is there any kind of thought process as to how you might be able to gain access to Dogtown? Anybody have any ideas that might help you do that if you wanted to?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Grip can get in, but I don't
Yeah.
know if he can swing anybody else in.
Yeah, you'd be able to walk in, no problem. Everyone else would basically be forced to kind of get out of the car and have like a full detailed scan of them. So it would probably be identified Kincaid's alliances, and that would basically be a red flag. They might shoot him on sight.
I'd like to see him try. Right, guys?
Does Leo have a rap or any history?
No.
So I might be able to just get Leo in with the fucking cool car through fucking charisma and money.
Yeah.
You know, we're showing up to a casino. If we drop a good like couple hundred eddies right off the bat, we'll be in. I just have to get us to the casino, and if I'm the driver, I think that'll be fine. But I don't know if I can get anybody else there. That's like all Griff's got.
That's a thought.
More than I got.
We could share the information with Rogue. See if
See if
she
has
has
a way
anything
in.
on offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she
might
did
have a
pay
better
us.
way
She
for all
did
of
pay
us
us
to
for
get
a
it, but-
recon
If you
initially.
contact her and explain, we've got a means of pinging her, pinging him. It looks like this alpha individual's in Dogtown. Is that the long and short of it? Okay.
I think so.
Mhm.
Grip would be the go-between. He's got the report.
She'd reply in text, fuck, I thought that might be the case. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get your cop friend into Dogtown unless you folks are willing to do some underground shit. There are definitely passages into Dogtown that are not through the normal methods. You definitely need to be able to find some contacts. I'll put out some feelers and see if I can get anybody who has any knowledge on it, but I can't promise that that's going to be a quick ordeal. Representative of the group, go ahead and roll a d6.
Heck if.
This is
There you go.
established the timeline it will take Rogue to acquire the information. I will say that there is a modifier to that, and that is in days.
So 1 day?
You do not know how many days. You know it's at least 1 day based on the roll. If you are waiting for
Okay.
Rogue to get the information as to how to enter into Dogtown, it will take a number of days.
So how much of the map is Dogtown
So if you look at Dogtown,
as opposed to like Pacifica?
you see how there's like that line of buildings that are kind of in the middle there?
Yes.
On the western side of those, there's kind of a, you can kind of see it, but only just. There's a wall there, and it runs
Okay.
straight through, all the way up to the
Gotcha.
stadium. And then on the stadium's right side, you can see how there's like this little cleft here. Kind of looks like a wall.
Sure.
It goes all the way down.
So like from the stadium south to the
No, it doesn't go that far.
solar panels.
No.
Okay.
So like more here. This kind of wall here.
Oh, that's a wall. I thought it was a road. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a road from above, but it's just the way the shadow hits. And then this building here,
Gotcha.
right here, it's kind of a structural, kind of high up on a hill kind of deal. And then the wall continues around to here, and then it's like off this cliff, and then all the way around, and then back to like kind of there. And then this is all Dogtown.
Gotcha.
And then the western side of that, Pacifica, or the Pacifica Playland, it's also a combat zone. So two kind of... some people consider it one combat zone, some people consider it two split ones due to the way that it's partitioned. And Pacifica is Voodoo Boys and Animals. Both gangs in the area are kind of, and this epoch, are diminished, but still fighting over territory. As we kind of learned in the Dark Skies game, Animals kind of control the GIM and the coast, and the Voodoo Boys have kind of cloistered themselves in on, oh god, what the name? I can't remember the name of this hotel, but there's this big-ass hotel that's like right here. This whole structure here is them. And then,
I'd
sorry,
say we just give it a day to see if he leaves.
the GIM is the Grand Imperial Mall. Sorry. So. Okay. Do you want to wait? So, Grip, you
That's
go
just
back.
my.
I mean, I'm willing. I've already reserved myself to like observe the pings on the scanner for the foreseeable future.
You kind of
If she's able to scare up a way to get us inside, all the better.
you kind of go to your business. You head to bed. Squints, you go home. You lay it out. Leo, do you stick with Kincaid and kind of keep an eye on the scanner, kind of taking shifts in your monitoring of it?
I wasn't going to this day because it's the day that I'm supposed to be like relaxing,
Okay.
like trying to
And
recover.
you kind of fuck off, and then yeah, that's why I was trying to trick you. But good. And then Kincaid, you kind of lock in and kind of just pull the. It's modular, so you can pull it out. It kind of leaves an open hole in your dash, but you kind of take it up to your apartment, set it down, and kind of like listen in. There are no more pings throughout the entirety of the night. And when a ping happens, it doesn't just happen and you have to track it right then. It leaves a register, so you kind of have an idea of when it happened. It just being able to kind of spot it on time allows you to kind of note where it most likely came from. If you do not happen to be near the scanner, when it catches a ping and it's on, you'll kind of just get a general idea of where it's located. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Early in the morning, another ping. Heavy hearts.
Wait. When everybody goes to bed, can Grip do something?
Yeah.
Grip wants to drive to the casino.
Okay.
In Dogtown.
Yeah.
And literally is just going to drop like 500 eddies gambling.
Yeah.
Just to put his face and make it like he's gonna be there a couple of times, even if it takes us a few days. Like, I want to normalize my face in that area.
I love that. There is a gamble skill, I believe.
I think so.
It's under social, I think. If you would be so kind.
Under education.
Education. Okay.
Education. That's where it is. So it's like I don't see it in social.
Go ahead and give me a gamble roll.
7.
Yeah, so you lose all your money. And it's relatively quick. 500 is not a big amount when it comes to gambling in this space. The car you drove in is like the main reason why you think you were like able to gain access. It looks like the cars in front of you are definitely like cream cars. Like we're talking high level, kind of like big wig kind of to-dos. And the space is very interesting, right? So it's like combat zone, shit ton of just debris, destruction. You can hear gunfire. The time that you're there in the middle of the night, like when you kind of like drive in, you would see what appears to be a drop craft like fly overhead, drop a secure package down, and then you just see people kind of fighting over whatever was just dead dropped in that location. But when you get to the pull up for the Heavy Hearts, the Barghest like presence is manifest. Like you see they've got the I think they're called Manticore like robots, and with the big ass fucking heavy machine guns. And then you would see that they have drones circling the area and a bunch of Barghest like soldiers on site. Right, the valet takes your car, pulls it into the underside to the secure location underneath, and you walk in. $1,000,000 with your 500 eddies, and are probably out your 500 eddies in 30 minutes.
Yep. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Spend some time fucking around, drinking, etc. I'd say you probably spend another 100 eddies just in like drinks and what have you. But you definitely establish yourself on the location for the night. Do you try to take a room there, or do you want to leave and head back into?
Nope, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna make coming and going normal.
Roll me a d10. Okay.
7.
So there's definitely a lot of kind of like I said, gunfighting, shooting, etc. around you, but you do not get affected by it. You almost have like a moment where like you hear like a clink on the car, and you're like, you think someone shot your car, but once you kind of get outside of the city, park, and then like look at it, it looks like just like when you were driving over the broken concrete of the horrible streets in Dogtown, like a piece kind of upchucked and kind of hit on the underside of the tire well. But you get home, no problem, and established. The ping number 3 would happen at the Heavy Hearts again. Ooh. Roll another d10. Okay.
9.
You didn't see Arthur present. So you didn't see him in like the main kind of gambling area.
You mean Alpha?
Alpha, sorry, my brain dumb. You don't even know what Alpha looks like. I apologize. My brain did a dumb. You don't see anybody who kind of you would think would be Alpha. At least you don't think that you did.
Yep.
Okay. Next morning, Monday. This is the last day you have the data in the small fortress. So it is going to terminate. The virus will kill it today.
I mean, ultimately, I think we have everything we need without having to risk anything else.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea of people thinking he's alive, though.
You're pretty sure it will be impossible to do that after the deadline because the virus will terminate the data. And do you just keep the corpse in your house, or do you get rid of it?
I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, oh,
He
no,
talks to it.
get that out of there.
Brushes
Okay.
its hair.
You and Asta are
I have a
able to kind of
significant
like
other.
coordinate with the Valentinos, and they kind of come up to the apartment, like toss him into the bathtub, and kind of chop him into pieces, and then they will take him out in like plastic bags and chuck him into the garbage chute.
They're so nice.
You also note that it appears that he would have been logged. If you kind of got rid of the body early, I'm assuming you did, once you had no more use for it, probably like a day or two later, so maybe on Monday morning, you would note that it appears that his body has been ticked in the body lottery for the day. So they only just found his corpse like a couple days later.
Well, that means they know that he's dead, though.
Who cares? No, they know a guy is dead. It doesn't say Deepak Murdy died. It says a body was found in bags.
Oh, okay, all right. That's all I want to make sure that it wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, they know who's dead. Okay, so you said a ping happened at the same place again that
Yep.
that morning.
Heavy hearts.
If I actually go deeper into that information, am I able to tell if they've actually met in person or just like what their conversations have been?
Who was met in person? Arthur and
Deepak and
I think
Alpha.
he means.
yeah. Okay. No. It doesn't seem like they have. Based on all the communications that you were able to kind of catch through library search, it does appear that they are strictly text friends.
I think he was asking if he had done a deep dive rather than
Oh, I can't.
library search. While he has,
I can't answer that question unless he does a deep dive.
would he be able to find such information?
I don't know.
A definitive answer on that.
You can
I
ask
see.
a question, and if you're deep diving, I'll let you roll. And if you fuck up the roll, then we'll go from there. Or if you succeed, we'll go from there. But there's no way for you to know what's in there without doing it.
All right. Well, I'll give it like a couple hours. If there's no new pings, then I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. So you would register another ping in it would be in again, Dogtown. It appears that this one is located in the kind of eastern side of Dogtown.
Sweet. And you fixed it.
Yeah, I wrote down where the pings are supposed to be. I did not make a ping marker for each and every single time that there's a potential for pinging. I didn't know you would be scanning, like, right off the bat, or whether you'd even focus in on that specific portion of the game.
Why wouldn't we?
Huh?
Why wouldn't we?
What if you went for Arthur first? What if you
I'll
focused
deep
on the
dive in.
AVs instead?
We could still be scanning for this guy.
What if you focus on the AVs instead? Because obviously there's a more tangible connection to the AVs and Einhand. If you can find out what happened to the AVs and who they were taken from, that could give you a direct connection as to who the fuck this might be. Or where they are.
Yeah, but this alpha guy works for him.
True. Yeah, he's the big cheese when it comes to scavs. Again, I didn't know you were going to go this direct route, so I didn't fully address each and every ping that was potentially possible
Gotcha.
present. Also, if you'd gotten the ping machine working when you first started the ping machine, there would be more pings. These are not technically pings 1, 2, and 3, and 4. They're
Okay.
yeah. Anywho,
All right. Yeah. I'll deep dive into this thing since he still seems to be in Dogtown.
this would be early morning that this happened.
All right, let's do it. Let's check this information out before it's
You
gone.
got this. Nobody has luck to give you.
So you're going to make an interface roll.
I still have some. But
Before you make the interface roll, I want to make sure you understand. There are tiered levels here. So you can fail and still get information. And you can pass and not get information and just try mitigate problems that would arise from it. The overall DV on a interface roll is a DV 15. If you wish to get every piece of information you want from the material, you will need a total of 15 on the dice. If you want to just get in and deal with the virus and like not have it kind of corrupt the data and move through it as it's doing, that's the 15. If you just want to get the information and get out without it affecting you, DV 12. If you just want the information and you don't give a fuck about anything else, DV 7.
no, I just want to get the info and not get affected by the virus.
You don't have to choose a path. If you're interfacing with it, whatever your result is will
Oh.
kind of give you the tiers.
Okay, all right, yeah, I got this. I'm just gonna use the rest of my luck.
Fuck it. How much luck did you spend?
3.
So 16. That's right over
16.
a 15. Oh, and it's already added in. Never mind.
No, I added in. Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Oh, you
able,
rascal.
you're able to get the information that you want, but you are not able to kind of stop the virus from corrupting. The information that you will glean. Ask your questions. I will answer them.
Questions did you have earlier? Zach W.
What kind of conversations or relationship would he have had with Alpha? The questions from before were, what would he have known about the Einhand or the Black AVs that were landing near him? What would his ties be to Hanzai Itomi?
Okay. So you would get the following information. There are deleted emails that were basically obscured in the data that were kind of below the median line that had to be delved for deeper. That appear to be from an Arasaka email. According to the name of the email, you presume that this belongs to or belonged to a Hanzai Itomi. These emails were sent in 2076. They state that Deepak Murdy is being focused on by the investigative side of counterintelligence, and that if he wishes to have this problem go away, he would need to pay Hanzai Itomi a sum of 10,000 eddies. The first email, 2076, early 2076, like February. Later, in May, another email comes in to Deepak Murdy stating the sum is sufficient, however, to maintain your position off the radar of counterintelligence, I will need you to do some work for me. This is your new contact. And this appears to be a details, package or attachment that has the attachment information that you have for Alpha. This is when he was first established to be connected with Alpha. Finally, a last email from Itomi. However, what you're able to detect is that the first two emails came from the same location, Arasaka headquarters, the tower. This third one appears to have come off-site from some location east of North Oak. Unfortunately, you're not able to glean much more information about that because the subnet it connected to was North Oak, and it seems to have come from the Badlands. Right. Exactly right. um, and the last email states, "You will go cold contact with me. Your new contact is," and then there is another phone number in this email, contact information, that was not present inside of the initial one. And the individual contact information, the name that's given for this person is Einhand. You have their phone number, and you have their contact info for hollow calls and emails. Some contact known as Einhand.
Sweet. It's a good thing we didn't try to set up a meet. Oh. Okay.
Anything
there
about the
any-
work they did for
Yeah, so the
Hanzai?
amount of information that you uncover is that he was feeding body parts, corpses, and living individuals to scavs. And basically, the methodology of how it was done, it was very similar to what you saw happen to Adrian Ella. Send them off and have them contact these individuals. Drug them if possible prior. Biological materials that are being sent need to be sent in all foods containers, and they need to be delivered to address, which the address is an address you've seen before. It is it's a restaurant on NCU, and it is oh god, it's not K and Bob's. It's a smaller place called Fuck. It's called Fuck.
Chubby Buffalo.
Yum.
It's not Chubby Fuck. They don't have one on campus. Fuck. What the fuck was it called? It's right on the tip of my brain.
I don't know.
Well, you should
Love
know.
that restaurant.
It's like Four something.
Four Loco.
Yeah, it's called Four Loco for the time being.
Nice.
Right.
The point is, it was being delivered to this restaurant at their on the backside.
At NCU?
Yeah, the restaurant at NCU. The biological materials were being put in all foods containers by Deepak and then delivered to NCU and given to people at the back door of this restaurant.
Okay.
That's it.
What else did we need to know?
Yeah, any other questions?
Was there any recent contact between Alpha and Deepak?
There is not, but what you would notice is that there is contact from there's contact from a scrub number that appears to have been replaced post hoc with Alpha's information. So the contacts from Alpha that I mentioned earlier, they appear to have been spoofed numbers.
So the number that we're currently pinging could be a spoof number?
No. It is Alpha, for sure, right? What I'm saying to you is that the new contact was Einhand. And the text that you got from Alpha treated it, or like rereading them, it seems they were from Einhand, not from Alpha. That makes sense?
I think so.
Anything on the AV landing at his facility on the 23rd?
Yeah, so we discussed that. It was regarding someone who needed a speed heal and also preparation for an attack on
I see.
the apartment.
I didn't put the two together. I'm sorry.
No, it was in the text. I mentioned it to
Information on who it was?
So it was a group of Einhand individuals.
Okay, nobody important in particular.
Yeah, no names were utilized. Just basically, we're coming
Gotcha.
here. This person needs a speed heal, and we need stims to help us for this gig. We got to get this contact out, is what they said.
Nothing on who the contact was.
No.
Anything outbound since he ran from us?
Oh, Deepak? No.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, didn't have a chance.
I don't have anything else.
I can't think of anything else. It's gonna frustrate me if it comes to me later, but that's all I got.
The best part of Cyberpunk.
Is it?
Fuck, I could have. Okay. The data will delete in time. So yeah, basically, if it's a last call for questions, that's absolutely fine.
Jody, Zach, F, got anything?
And
You want to ask the dead
No,
body?
a quick note too, if you
Thank
want, if you want to, like again, grip, I would say maybe Leo, and possibly Kincaid. Remember too that there is operationally, like if you want to try and think of like a contact you have that's like in your Rolodex, or like a guy, etc. kind of situations. Kincaid, you fucked around near Dogtown, but not in Dogtown. So you have some contacts like around there. Leo, you deal with netrunners and kill netrunners who are a problem. Voodoo boys are usually netrunners who are a problem and probably have fucked with Kang Tao, because Kang Tao did try to buy Pacifica and weren't allowed to because of bullshit that happened between between Voodoo boys and the Night City Council. So again, it may have been the case that you or members of your unit have had contacts in Pacifica. And Grip, we've already established you have connections in Dogtown. So whether or not that could like come to fruition in any other methodologies, you can definitely like think of somebody you might have listed on your sheet, like a friend, or past lover, whatever. Narratively, I'm totally cool with you kind of trying to come with something there as well.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Part anything else out of him before he goes?
Huh?
Can I part anything else out of him before we get rid of the guy?
Oh no, yeah, his body is.
He's dead.
He's cut
been
up and gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I knew he was dead. I just didn't know. I
They
knew
chucked him
they
in
were cutting him
bags.
up and taking him out. But
Yeah, there was.
Okay.
If there was anything, I'm pretty sure the Valentinos would have probably taken it for the the course.
all good. Yeah, I don't have anything to. I don't know, man.
And we're into Monday now. So what I'll say is, it's probably about mid-afternoon. It would be the next ping, unless you guys have something you want to do before then.
No, I'm good.
I got nothing. I don't have a means of getting in there.
Okay, midday you get another ping, and this one is again in the marketplace in Dogtown. It seems like he's doing a bit of shopping.
So he's just living in Dogtown. Jeez.
Scabs exist in Dogtown. Yeah, scabs are everywhere.
Have we heard anything back from Rogue?
No, she hasn't
She
contacted
said
you
she
back.
was going to try to.
Yeah, she's definitely still looking. It was more than just a one.
Could go nose around Deepak's facility again. See if that correlates with any pings. Well, I guess it would be Einhand would be his handler anymore. I'm just curious if there'd be any activity from Alpha.
Okay. if you do check in with your deputy guy who hasn't been told to stop looking at the location, he would say, "Yeah, it looks like
Sure.
the Zetatech handlers have taken over the property. I don't know what you guys did, but I did see your little chase. It was kind of cool. But you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to kill him. This is elusive."
Well,
JK,
the
JK.
doctor got picked up by somebody in a extraordinarily expensive car.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm guessing some fixer somewhere in the city has him.
Must be. So yeah, I saw you chasing him, and that happened. And then yeah, I don't know. It looks like Zeta Tech has reconfirmed the property. Like they're turning it into dime a dozen kind of Ripper Doc, more secure, but and more professional. But in my opinion, the prices aren't worth it.
Good think.
Go ahead and change that to Zeta
Yeah.
Tech.
I'll see if I can recall any contacts from down in Pacifica. From my Kang Tao days.
Okay. You kind of, think about it, and did you work with anybody in particular? Anybody you can think of? Do you have any friends listed on your sheet?
Nope.
No.
Just a dead one.
Who's the dead one?
Gort.
Oh, yeah. So, again, you would know Gort had access to Dogtown. Like, he would go in and buy stuff from Dogtown because their black market, or rather, sorry, their night market, it was always open, and it got a lot of materials from outside of the city that are considered contraband due to NUSA and Night City kind of jurisdictions. So, Gort had access.
So I guess could stop by, was it Brainwash?
Mm-hmm.
/ Arcade World? So, I guess I know he worked there. I don't know who the owner was, like offhand, but
Yeah, he was just the manager. So they just took the assistant manager and gave them Gort's position pretty much next day.
of course they did.
Are you looking for anything in particular there?
Just trying to think of a way to approach this.
Okay, take your time. Anybody else have anything?
I'm just waiting until night tonight.
Go back out there for sure. Okay, nobody else has anything then. Grip. You heading back out there by yourself, or are you taking somebody?
Still think that the only one I could get through is Leo, but I'll shoot a text at Leo. You gamble?
I do. I'm not very good.
Me neither, with a smiley face. 10? Question mark?
Okay.
Cool. And I'll
Alright.
pick him up like
Yeah, you walk
10.
down. You both take the elevator down to the garage, get into the Caliburn, leave the secure facility, and head out from Mega Building H3 back into Pacifica. You come to the Dogtown entrance.
in the car to Leo. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have their contact number, but I'm hoping to meet up with an old friend.
Okay. If you need some space, just let me know.
No, I don't even know if they're still fucking around. It's probably been 2 decades or so.
Sounds good to me. I got no plans.
You come up
Yeah,
to the
and,
gate. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess, keep an eye out for a, like, blue glowing sort of vibe who's kind of an asshole about that stuff.
blue glowing sort of vibe.
Like, fucking glowing neon, like tattoos and fucking clothes and shit. If somebody is like too fucking blue and it looks like somebody blue threw up all over them, that's who we're probably fucking looking for.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes open.
When you get to the Barcast security gate, again, this is an experience Grip would have had, but first time for Leo in character. It's a double drive, and this is not the main gate. You're kind of coming in the side gate from Pacifica. And when you pull up, they kind of put up barricades on both sides of you and kind of lock you into position. And they begin a full scan of the vehicle, meaning that they're scanning the trunk, the engine, everything inside. Anything you have on you has basically been tracked and kind of notated. And they kind of detectively become on edge. There are Barcast members who are wearing kind of red uniforms who are kind of like now pointing guns at the vehicle after the scan. And a guy walks down from the kind of security parapet down some metal stairs and comes up to the side of the vehicle and then taps on the glass on Grip's side.
Rolls it down.
Apologies, we're not allowing anybody into Dogtown who isn't currently approved on the list.
Yeah. Am I approved on the list?
You know you are.
How do you get someone else on the list? How do you earn that +1 privilege?
Great question. Right now, kind of a bit of a situation. Typically, has to be somebody of authority, and he kind of gestures towards himself, who compliments them, puts them on the list.
What's the average cost of that authority? Kind of gestures towards him.
He kind of smiles. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
This is not the character to be doing this with.
One that's
Mine
different,
is.
though.
I know. Just here we are.
1,000 eddies.
Drops, pulls 1,000 eddies. The like fucking stack that I got from
Yeah.
Rogue.
Fucking band just handed over, and he's like, okay. What's your name, kid? Kind of leans in with a data pad that he pulls off of his belt.
Leo Noon.
All right. Not trying to lie to me. That's a good thing.
I didn't mean to click that.
Yeah. So, like, obviously, you feel like they've already scanned you and they have your Night City, like, ID on file. So, like, he plugs it in and he shows you this and he says, okay, just stick to the normal places and don't get in any fucking trouble. Puts his pad on his belt. Welcome to Dogtown. And he'll walk away and the doors will open. The barricades will drop. The guns that were kind of deployed when, they were out, everybody kind of, like, pulls them up, and the guy says, let him fucking through, and then your car drives into Dogtown. Hot mess, guns, shooting, roll a d10. Ooh.
Didn't like that look.
Yeah, one's the number I wasn't looking for. Okay, so as
Ran over Alpha.
As you are driving in and kind of making your way to the Heavy Hearts, on the kind of main strip, a massive truck, Thornton, comes rushing out and slams into your vehicle. In response, I need a drive land vehicles check.
That car was so nice.
What'd you get?
Uh, 15. Sorry.
Okay, so the car hits you, but the vehicle you are in is not. It's not a tin can. They don't make trash. The Caliburn, like most vehicles by Rayfield, is combat ready. It definitely has like a strong hide to it. When it hits, the car lifts up, and you immediately spin the tire down so it doesn't like flip the car. Instead, it kind of drifts to the side and then settles, and also allows you to continue moving. The truck behind you, hits and stops, backs up a little bit, and then turns after you and seems to be chasing. There are two people on the back of the truck, and one of them has what appears to be a rifle kind of situated on like a pintle on the top of the truck and is now bearing down on you. As mentioned, you are in a vehicle that has crystal dome, so there are no technical windows. So when the bullets start hitting, they aren't going to like pierce through glass or anything. They're going to hit metal. But from what you're able to kind of detect here, Grip, as you're moving, they're not aiming at the windows. They seem to be aiming at the tires. In response, how would you two like to operate?
Can I see the driver?
Yeah, clear as day.
And how far away are they?
They're pretty close behind you, so I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of like 25 meters.
Can I go ahead and jack into them?
Okay. Go ahead and make an interface roll. Okay. Yeah, no detection.
Any self-ice?
None.
I'll attempt to puppet.
Okay. Interface. I need. Yep, that's more than enough. BB12. Nailed it. You have control of him. What do you want to do in the next turn? Bullets start firing down at the vehicle. Are you evasive maneuvering, Grip?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's. I'm focused on driving as best as I can.
Give me another drive land vehicles. Ugh. So you kind of skid and kind of like move towards like a dip in the road, and kind of like you hear a kathunk, and you feel like the tire on the right side has been hit and has been damaged. As I mentioned before, though, the tires on these vehicles are airless, so it is causing a bit of an issue traction wise, but you feel like one or two more hits are going to be required for that tire to be completely unfunctional. Buying a new tire is going to be expensive, though. Just want to make sure that's clear. It's like real life. Okay. So what's the puppet command?
Is there anything around? Like, I just really just want to crash their vehicle.
Yeah,
Somewhere
so
where they can't
like,
follow.
as you're driving and coming up the thoroughfare, there is a like a center area where there's a big statue, kind of in the middle in display around that roundabout. In that roundabout, you could just drive them right into that.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. The car kind of like goes full speed, and everybody on top is like concerned. One guy jumps off last minute, and the car slams into the statue and breaks off from you. You're kind of moving, and there's this like very noticeable coming from the vehicle as you're kind of moving, but you feel like after you're kind of listening to it, it's mainly just the fact that the tire's slightly damaged and you're still driving in Pothole City. If you've ever been to Indiana, it's Dogtown is Indiana. Okay. You make it to the Heavy Hearts. The valet staff is very like apologetic. Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry. Normally people aren't supposed to be able to be around that area. I don't know how somebody got through. I reported it to the Barcast, and you can see that there's a Barcast. There's a pair of Barcast trucks that are kind of pulled up on the broken car and are literally like the guy who jumped off and hit the ground and rolled, like he's like crawling. They just shoot him dead on the ground, and they're kind of walking over and like, one tapping the dudes in the vehicle.
Look at Grip. Is it always like this here?
No, that's what makes it fun.
I usually swerve them.
Out of the extra weight in the car with Leo. But yeah, the valet will take your vehicle and say, unfortunately, we don't have any people who would be capable of fixing this on site, I don't believe, tonight. Pretty low staff numbers. You'd also notice it looks like there's low population as well. There was a line last night on Sunday. It looks like there's like a little less people kind of entering into the casino on the Monday night.
That's okay with me. I actually got a guy who does all my work that I trust, but maybe we could just get some comps.
Oh, of course. And he'll hand over a couple of tickets and says, "Just give these to the staff at the front, and they'll be able to get you some added cash for your gambling purposes."
Appreciate you.
Of course. And you head inside. The atmosphere is very, cyberpunk. Light shows and people sitting off in booths. The gambling is not massively present. There are a couple of tables, and a couple of machines. Nothing crazy, nothing over the top. But it's definitely like a space that's open enough, and there's enough of it that there's no crowd, right? People who want to gamble can gamble, and people who want to watch people gamble can watch. Um, and then there's the bar, of course, and the dance floor.
I'll go grab a drink first.
Okay. And what do you have?
Whiskey, please.
Got it. And he kind of gives you a look, and you see him kind of go for the lower shelves and pull, a bottle of whiskey and just, hit the pour. Single shot
With me.
of whiskey served to you in a glass, with nothing in it.
Thank you. Just take the shot real quick.
Yeah. What are you doing, Grip, when you first enter in?
I'm going to the fucking counter with those tickets. Is what I'm doing.
Yeah, sure. So you were just comped 500 eddies apiece on those tickets. So if you pull them both, is your friend not gambling?
I don't give a shit. I also want this, and he drops another 1,500, so he's getting 2,000 total.
Yep.
This time, trying to ball a little higher.
Your math is bad though. 1,500 plus 1,000 is.
Oh, I thought he had his own his
No,
own ticket.
you were given both the tickets.
I have both. Yeah, I guess you're right. Then fuck it. I'll just drop another 1,000.
Yeah. It's your car. It's not fucking Leo's car.
You're not wrong.
Exactly.
Leo, you'd see him kind of walking away and moving over to the gambling tables. You kind of head on over.
So in this location, do you take eddies to the table, or is it like where you cash them in and get like chips here?
You cash them in and you have a card. Basically, it's very modern styling. Like the card that you're given, it's like a big old, piece of plastic with Heavy Hearts logo on it, and you'd hand it to them when you gamble, and then you would basically be given like a digital display, like almost holographic, of your chips, and press buttons and bid accordingly or bet accordingly.
Seeing Grip do that, clearly I have no clue what I'm doing, so I walk over to go try to get turn some cash into the card.
Okay. How much do you want to put in? And since you're a new person, they would ask you for, identification, et cetera, and you'd go through the rigmarole of kind of getting your own card established at the casino.
Yeah, so I want to do the 750 that I still have from Rogue, and then another 2,000, so
Jesus Christ.
2,750.
Okay.
I mean, I have 20 grand on me.
Hey,
on this character.
Like as they're doing that transaction, don't forget his first timer bonus, huh?
There's a 50 eddy increase to the amount you put on the ticket.
Thanks.
Yes.
But yeah, gambling. So the main thing I want to ask is, and this is definitely something I didn't ask Grip because I already know Grip's answer. The money you put down, you're wanting to spend it all. It's all going to go away. If you do bad, that's fine. You're not going to go to a point like if I tell you the gambling roll and it's really bad, then we're going to be okay at that number, right? The loss is the loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
I'm
hope
just not-
is to make it long enough tonight that person that I mentioned in the car shows up here, who
Got
is
it.
an old acquaintance of mine.
Got it.
That I'm fucking making up on the spot. Good luck, John.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I already have it.
That blue guy.
He's too much fucking blue.
He's bluer than hell, John.
Or sorry, they're too much blue. They.
If he was green, he would die. Never mind.
They're blue.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Abu D.
That's enough.
No
So
more.
The person in question that comes out, the glowing blue individual that you note, their name, sorry, his name, um, oh god, Saurus Blue.
Oh, you want some? What my
No, got
ideas
it.
were?
His
Okay, you got it.
what was yours? What do you got for a name? I was gonna do
No, I was
Cobalt.
just gonna call him fucking Aqua,
Okay, I love Aqua.
and
Let's do that. Okay,
like, there you
so
go.
Aqua is a former member of the Echo Drifters. The reason why you know him and also know
Yeah.
that he is a gambler is during the 2050s, there was a gig that Mel DeVenture put you on that had you guys going up to the Hacienda, also known as North Oak Casino, and basically doing kind of almost like uh, uh, Ocean's 11 style heist at the location. And again, we may see a repeat of that at some point in the future. Spoilers. Not here, but in the Dark Skies bit. However, you got incarcerated at that gig because you were basically the fall guy, unfortunately. Not because they put you to it, but because you were caught out alone just due to the fact that you kind of fucked up. But Aqua and the Echo Drifters were kind of present to kind of like help you while you were on the inside. And you did have a rough time of it, but you do remember like Aqua was kind of like um, the guy who made sure that the job got done. So when you did get released early, you had money waiting for you on the outside. Kind of lost contact with the Echo Drifters as a whole, and also like specifically Aqua. Aqua does live in Dogtown, and his
Mhm.
role and function in kind of like a crew, societally, is he's a tech. So he likes playing games with kind of mechanical things, and that's why he likes gambling so much because it kind of like scratches that itch for him. But you see him. He comes in and he walks over to the front table. I would say that Grip, if you're gambling and kind of focused on that, and Leo's kind of like also focused on that, it would probably be Grip that sees him first, and Leo's like, yeah, but.
I'm locked in.
But I'd like for both of you to go ahead and make a gambling roll for the night to see how well you do. Okay. What is that bubbling sound that keeps happening?
Okay, someone else hears it.
What is
Nobody's
that?
gonna fess up.
I don't know what it is, but I've been hearing it too.
So, are you sitting next to an aquarium, Zach F?
He looks like he's trying to.
Froze?
I
What's-
meant no offense.
What's the acting roll for?
Some fucking clicking things. I
I
don't mean to be clicking.
Okay, no
14
worries.
for the gambling.
Got it. Just gonna check something here. Okay, I'll be nice this time, and just this time. So over the course of the evening, Grip, this will be for the duration. You will break even, and Leo, you will lose by half. So the amount of money that you kind of have at the end of the night is half what you put in.
Okay.
DV13 to break even, DV17 to do well, and DV21 to like hit the jackpot effectively.
It was what to break even?
13.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But you would see Aqua somewhere in the midst of the night, and comes over. Fuck, are you doing in Dogtown? And so, just so we understand who we're looking at, imagine Samuel L. Jackson in the role of Frozone, but like glowing blue tattoos all over his body. He's wearing like a very like simple kind of see-through shirt, like mesh shirt, and yeah, his pants are kind of like baggy and like blue, and there's glowing coming from them as well. Like they got like lines of lights on the sides. The fuck are you doing in
Oh,
Dogtown?
the fuck you doing still alive?
Living in Dogtown. He kind of reaches out and gives you, like, dap, and then kind of says, I mean, no, but seriously, what the fuck are you doing in Dogtown?
Oh, introducing some newbies to the good life you live.
Yeah, good luck.
He
Sure.
kind of gestures to Leo.
I look up, just nod, and immediately back to the gambling.
So, all right then. Guess I'll leave you to it.
You still running?
Not so much anymore.
No? What happened?
Got a cut of that fat off the back, and just haven't really been concerned about too much rest of the gristle.
Okay. Well, I need some help.
So you were in Dogtown for me, you motherfucker.
No, I was in Dogtown with a hope and a fucking dream. You know that shit. And you still go by Aqua, or we calling you fucking Oscar like your mama did?
Most folks around here call me Oscar, but you know what I say to you, Grip, every time. You can call me whatever the fuck you want.
Waterboy it is, bitch.
Motherfucker. He looks over at Leo. He says, motherfucker is just as boring as he was in the 50s.
Like smirk.
I
Keep gambling.
Yeah, just like a. You're like this. You're like. You're one of those, the old ladies. Love that. What do you need?
Well, I mean, you know me. I run gig to gig, and I need to get 2 more guys past that border here, and let's just say I don't have the bribes to be doing that.
Plenty of ways to do it. I know 2. There's a old parking garage in the stadium. Balled out, piece of shit. Kind of a lot of open space, a lot of dead motherfuckers, but there could be some, rough and tumbles in there as well. Some rowdies. Could go through there. Entrance is a bit secure on the outside, but once you kind of get past that first security barrier, should be good. A little bit of keeping your head low. I know they got some bar guests in and about, but after what happened in the stadium last year, probably not as many. Motherfucker, that crazy mercenary went ape shit on him. Second option, the highway south of here, the one that runs past Biotechnica, goes underneath the mountain, or hill really, that it's on the south side of Dogtown. What I understand, there's a means of entering into a service access in there. If you got somebody who might have some official connections with municipalities in Night City or Biotechnica, something to that effect, might be able to pull some strings and get you access to the service access points. I do know Bark has got a pretty decent guard located inside, but they'll probably turn their head the other way you hand them enough eddies. Or fucking kill them. Might only be 3 to 5 of them there present anyway. Definitely not going to be able to do the stealth option on that route, though. You were pretty much walking straight into them. And with that,
Looks at Leo.
oh, good.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. No, I was just looks at Leo. You got all that?
Got it.
With that, we'll end the session. Thanks for
Ding,
watching.
ding, 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 ding. You win.
I'm losing my money.
That dopamine hit of winning your 1 bet back out of 500.
I put gambling in the role-playing game, so he's like, oh, gamba. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Ciao.